Hello and welcome to the War of the Worlds Loud Equals Funny episode. I don't.
Yo, it's a war of the worlds out there,
What's
Mr.
happening in
President.
here?
Yes.
Okay, well, now that everybody's clicked off, hi, I'm Deadwind Dork. This movie was awful. I
Yes.
hate movies.
Hi, I'm Fuzzhow. This
Yeah.
movie is the most baffling thing I've seen in years, and it's kind of impressive.
Hello, I'm Tristan. I'm so confused.
I'm Gabe. I am here. I'm the only one of us who has seen this movie in its entirety before this.
I've seen some
so I'm
videos
coming at
about
it.
it, but not the whole thing.
I've seen the trailer. What little trailer there
I
was, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be interesting.
I'm Tyler, and I feel like I just watched a Neil Breen movie without the heart.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This is like
Yeah.
somebody introduced Neil Breen to computers.
Well, we should,
AI
we should
Neil
probably
Breen.
explain how we did this.
The,
Yeah.
the best and worst way possible.
So we we watched this movie in about 17-minute chunks because I was
Almost perfectly 17-minute chunks.
yes,
Yeah.
'cause this
And
movie
it worked
is,
out really well that way.
Yes.
Somehow it's built that way.
well, this movie is a very simple 5-act structure, it seems, but it
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
is also incredibly incoherent and a wonderful mess. This movie was
I
released in 2025. Really quick, I'm gonna describe.
It feels like it was
Give us the
released in
backstory.
2010.
Well, so that article.
Actually, it feels like it was released early 2021. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
So really quick, I will read the article that I linked here from Gizmodo, which will be in the description. I'm gonna scroll down in here. During an episode of Kai Cenat Live via Variety, wow, that's a depressing thing to say out loud.
What a great source.
Ice
Yeah.
Cube explained what went on behind the scenes to guide his performance. War of the Worlds was a movie I did in 2020 during a pandemic. We shot it in 15 days during a pandemic, so the director wasn't there, none of the actors were there. It was the only way we could shoot the movie.
The director, what? Whoa, jeez.
Yeah, which here's the thing. There have actually been really good films that were shot all on Zoom. There was a horror movie called Host.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
was
Host
really
is
good.
great.
Host was good.
And it was
I do think
all shot via Zoom.
people really gassed that movie up. It was good, but when that came out, people were like, "This is like one of the greatest horror movies of all time." I was like,
It's
I
not. It's
won't
just
say
a
that.
really
It's a-
interesting
Yeah, that's-
premise,
that's-
and the
I
scares
love
are done
Unfriended.
well.
It's
Yeah, I was gonna
It's
say
also-
Unfriended, the classic horror
Yeah.
movie, the
Or,
glitch
Yeah.
or Unfriended 2, Electric Dark Web Boogaloo.
so yeah, so this
or
is
Searching.
Searching.
or
is-
Missing.
Yeah, the
John
John Cho
Cho.
Unfriended.
That-
The
yes.
sequel to that,
Here's the
Missing.
thing. Searching is actually a really fucking good movie.
Mhm.
Like it's the only
It
one
is,
of these.
yeah.
It's the only one of these Screen Life movies, which is the genre title, which not the worst, but kind of sucks still.
It's a terrible title.
Well, have you guys seen the sequel to that, Missing?
I haven't seen Missing.
No.
But I've heard it's actually
Missing,
really good.
Missing is like also good. Like it's not like amazing, but it keeps you like wanting to know more. Like here's this mystery. This broad's gone missing. His daughter's got to figure it out. How do? Enter into Google.
It seems to me like the creative team behind those movies had a much better idea of what they wanted to do. Now, the reason that it's actually important to bring all those up is that this movie isn't just another one of them. It is another movie produced by the guy who produced all those movies.
Yes.
yeah.
the genre.
This is like his genre, I
Well,
guess.
Yes.
before Vin,
He's
he
just
was
a really big fan.
before Vin, he was
and,
like
and
an
it's worth
action
it's worth
guy.
noting. It's worth noting that this is a genre that existed before the pandemic, and yet somehow also feels like it was meant for the pandemic. For
Yeah.
Oh,
It's perfectly
God, we
suited
can't-
to it.
we can't get in a room together to film this movie that clearly should have more scale than
Yeah.
watching Ice Cube react to things like a fucking live streamer.
Yeah.
That's
Chad, is this
Wildly
real?
reacting.
We'll see.
Imagine if he said that. That would
I'm
be,
gonna
it would make the
spoil it
movie
a little
funnier.
bit. One
Yeah.
of my favorite parts from my part that we watched was when the computer is listing off, a bunch of casualties, and he just goes, "That's a lot."
Yeah, that's a very good beat.
he does that.
Holy
Incredible.
At
shit.
one point, they have a live counter of casualties going up around the world, and he
Oh,
does
wow.
just stop at one point and say that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Jesus
moment
Christ.
where he says, oh shit, after like somebody gets blasted by a fucking alien laser. And
Yeah, that
it's
bit's
kind-
good. Well,
It's kind of beautiful. We're spoiling things, but this whole thing's a spoiler cast, so just
Nobody
buckle up for that.
cares. Nobody's gonna watch this movie.
I mean,
If I don't say
I'm
that,
gonna
one
say
person
this.
will bitch.
the film, before we even get in, before we get into the film proper, the film does open. The opening credits, you see the Universal logo pan around, and you hear like generic computer click clack keyboard noises, and then you hear you hear Ice Cube go, "Here we go," and then he puts on Spotify. That's how the movie opens.
Oh, okay, so that's
What does he listen to? Does he listen to his own music?
No, he listens to what? Oh god, what's that artist name? Wolfgang something.
Puck?
No, no.
Wolfgang
Let me see,
Amadeus
let me see.
Mozart.
What was the specific song? Because he literally opens up Spotify. You see him
Oh,
turn
God,
on Spotify.
I wasn't there for that segment.
It's the remix.
we also need to do the thing where Bane guesses what your segment
Oh.
was.
Yeah, do you want me to read that now?
Sorry, the artist's name is Wolfgang Valben.
Okay.
Okay.
I see.
It's a song called "Keep Your Head Up," which I'm guessing is a cheeky
Oh, I've heard-
reference to
yeah.
the fact that he's an
Mm.
NSA agent.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh, the
or no.
subtext. It's
Department of Homeland Security. I can't remember. Whatever.
Yeah,
what,
DHS.
generic
Who-
spy government man.
Who cares?
He's the
I
best.
think
Thing.
it's the
Spy-
last-
Spy government man who is responsible for watching everyone, yet also has a son who thinks who's like a conspiracy guy. And he's like, "How dare you think that conspiracies are real, son? Now I'm gonna go analyze my daughter's fridge."
Or her heart rate monitor.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Okay.
So,
Sure.
There's two other things I wanted to talk about quickly. One of them is the writing staff of this movie. It has two credited writers, Mark Hyman and Kenneth A. Gold. Kenneth A. Gold did a movie called oh my god, what was it? Was it Walking with the Enemy, I think, which was like it was a Ben Kingsley movie. It was like, I think, small budget. I don't really remember anything about it. I just remember Ben Kingsley was in it. And the other writer wrote, I believe, Osmosis Jones?
Oh, fuck! Yo,
Holy shit.
hold on. That fucks. Gotta give him props on
His
that.
writing credits include Meet the Fockers,
Osmosis
Okay.
Jones,
and
yeah.
War of the Worlds, and he was
Ooh.
also responsible for rewrites and polishes on The Smurfs, Charlotte's Web,
Smurfs are
Wild
back.
Wild West.
The Smurfs are back.
Oh no, Wild
this
Wild West.
guy's
no.
This guy's like a hired
Freddy got
gun.
fingered.
Oh
Guys,
my
Oh,
god!
hold on. He got fingered.
So
actually,
he has
fucks.
he has some real quality.
He's
under
got
his
range.
belt. Holy
Whoa,
shit!
so-
He's got range.
Imagine being, this is only about half of the list. Imagine being the guy who was hired to do rewrites and polishes on all of these movies. I sent a list for us to see so you guys could react. Kangaroo Jack is on here.
What?
Oh,
Oh my
yo,
God.
that rules.
Is
that
that
movie that
motherfucker
lies?
responsible for the false advertising of that goddamn
Yes.
movie?
Hold-
Ghostbusters 2016 is on here.
Hold on.
Oh,
you have,
God.
You have to
That
add
movie
it.
was
on
written?
here.
Hold on, there's some good ones on here. There is Dodgeball True Underdog Story.
Bubble Boy.
It's Wild Wild West. Get jiggy with it.
But
Oh,
the
there's-
thing is,
Ah,
it's not
Movie
about the
43.
quality because he didn't write them.
Okay, hold
He
on.
didn't
hold
write
on.
Played movie 43.
He rewrote. he
That
rewrote
movie was
College.
written.
He wrote it.
But also Rush Hour. Rush Hour is a really good movie.
And the other thing I want to mention is that
I do like a Rush Hour.
for some reason,
I like Rush Hour
the
too.
composer of this
Especially
movie,
Jackie
based on,
Chan.
based on everything I can see, the composer of this movie
This movie
is
had
one of
music?
the members of the band The War on Drugs, which is a band
What
that
the
I
fuck?
enjoy.
What the
Okay.
As far as
Is
I
this
can
like
tell,
a tax scam?
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
This does feel like money.
John
laundering.
Natchez, who is the keyboardist primarily, and he also plays saxophone for The War on Drugs, is apparently the composer of this movie. If you go to the Wikipedia page and you click on his name, it links directly to the band's Wikipedia page. And if you look anywhere, he is credited. So,
That
I don't
is
He
know.
really wants credit for this piece of trash.
Absurd.
Well,
like,
what an
it's crazy.
amazing shitfuck catastrophe.
What a star-studded event.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a whole clusterfuck, man. All right, so
Yeah, I mean, it's worth noting, first of all,
yes,
that this is an adaptation of H.G. Wells's beloved science fiction classic, The War of the Worlds.
Yep.
I don't know much about it, but I did see the Tom Cruise one as a kid.
Yeah.
And, you know, I remember that one was kind of like a proto Cloverfield a little bit.
Kind of.
Yeah,
like-
kind of.
Ground floor, oh god, it's all over, run to safety. This movie, I guess, has like a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And trying to be as charitable as possible, I'll say, like, it's kind of interesting,
Yeah,
you know, to see a movie that's like a modern take on this, where it's like we're just gonna watch it happen through the computer,
well, if
because
you're-
that is what most people's like experience of this would be in real
The
life.
best way I can
Yeah.
connect this to is like the original adaptation of War of the Worlds was through the radio. It was
Yes.
a play by
Yes.
Orson Welles, and
The one that
That-
that made everyone think the world was ending. Yes.
although I will say that is kind of overblown, although it did
Yeah,
happen. It was a
not
small amount of
really.
people, but thankfully not all of them were
Hey.
like, you know, bucket shitting morons.
Pe-
But
Paramedic's dad thought that was true. God damn it! So
Rip in peace.
But the beautiful thing is, like, that did take the format of radio and translated it, which this could have been that. It wasn't.
yeah, the modern internet version or whatever.
I mean,
Yeah, like
I
have
kind of-
podcasters and live news guys. Like,
I
go
kind
over
of
it.
like
That'd be
the
cool.
idea of a movie of like a thriller or whatever, where you're watching the movie from the perspective of a guy whose entire job is to monitor people and help keep them safe.
Yeah.
But he can't do anything to stop it.
Y-
That if you
secretly-
describe this movie like that, people might stop and go, "That's kind of cool, actually." Like
Yeah.
he's attempting to hold things together behind the scenes because he's spying on people basically, and he knows what he can do. They don't do anything with it.
It's
All he
kind of
does is
almost
spy on his
like-
family.
it's almost like War of the Worlds via Rear Window, but done terribly.
No. See, you guys
Yeah.
haven't got my reference, which is the best one. This is basically Night Trap, but with War of the Worlds.
It is.
When do the shambling weirdo vampires show up? I
That is
missed
a
that in
great
my
question.
segment.
When does somebody play a tennis racket like a guitar?
The
Yeah.
thing is, like, Night
Um,
Trap kind of fucks. That's all I'll say. There you go.
I was curious what the
awesome.
Google rating score was for this, because obviously there's Google reviews for movies.
Yeah.
Because obviously, you know, Rotten Tomatoes, it has like a 4. IMDb, it has like a 2. Letterboxd
on
it
the
has like 0.5.
That's
on the
worse than
legal
Cars
site
movie.
that on the entirely legal site that I used to watch this, it had a 2.8.
I'll tell you what
Yeah,
it has
on-
on Amazon itself.
I think the
On
one that I
Google,
used had
it
like
currently has a
4.3.
2.1.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow,
God.
Google
Uh,
hated it.
One
But
Battle
I don't
After
know.
Another, the hit movie, has a 3.1 on Google reviews.
Okay.
Get fucked. Get fucked, Ice Cube.
With 3,000 reviews, which is embarrassingly low for fucking Amazon, it has an exact 2-star rating.
Really?
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That's still high.
but it's
That's still a 4
incredibly-
out of 10.
It's incredibly high. It's very bad. I'll take a screenshot and send it to you.
Damn, that's still a 4 out of 10 score.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who will
Um,
just eat shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we are talking to you right now, Bane.
I know.
Oh, shots fired.
Wow.
So the way we did this is that Bane he wrote a list of predictions of what he thought the first 17 minutes of the movie were going to be like.
Yes.
And then I watched that section, and we will reveal what it's actually like, and then we can move our way through the rest of the movie in our respective chunks.
yes.
I guess is the
So-
easiest way to do this.
So it'll
Yeah,
go from Gabe back to me, then to Claw, Tyler, and then Tristan will close us out.
Oh yeah,
All right.
Tristan watched the end of it.
Yeah, the
Man, that
beginning.
was
Yeah, I'm so fucking confused. You have no idea.
Dude,
I'm
went
right
to
there
the
with
second
you.
part, and I'm still confused. This movie's very.
I feel like
Weird.
my middle chunk was like a vertical slice of the movie. Like I kind of get it in
Yeah,
its
the most
entirety
polished
without watching
point.
the rest of it. Yeah.
I-
Well, not polished, but like
but,
my
yeah,
chunk is where you start to get the hint of what the plot is
what's
about. I
actually
guess.
happening because
Yeah.
I don't get that currently.
So basically, if you plan on watching only 17 minutes of the movie, watch his 17 minutes of the movie and nothing
Exactly.
else.
Watch the stretch from 34 minutes to 51 minutes, and then stop.
Yeah.
Stop at 51 minutes. I'm telling you, please. It's fucking stupid.
This is a very dumb movie. All right, so
And it is only an hour and 25 minutes total. It is not
Yeah,
a
that's
very
long
short
That's
movie.
with credits.
Yeah, that's
I-
with credit.
Wow.
But before all of you guys jumped in, Gabe and I were just chatting and like we are just comparing notes, just like kind of going over what we said. And I kind of said specifically like what my chunk was. He laughed at it. He's like, "Yeah, it's really funny that you only counted like 17 minutes." And I was like, "That was 17 minutes? What the fuck?" I feel the longest 17 minutes of my life.
Dude, both rewatches felt long. So I also had to pause so many times, so I'm like, I gotta write that down.
Wait,
I will
both
say-
rewatches. Did you already see it before?
So
He watched his bit like earlier,
Yeah,
like
I
a few
watched
weeks
bits,
ago.
like,
'Cause we've been putting it
a
off.
month and
We've
a
been putting this
half
off for a
ago.
while.
Like over a month at this
Yeah,
point.
Yeah,
and a
we've
half
been
ago or
sick
so.
and had schedule issues and all that
So,
stuff.
Sick
that sort
and
of
dead.
shit.
So I just was like, all right, we'll bomb this out again, and yeah, my
But
second rewatch, I'm glad I
thankfully-
did because I missed some shit. I missed shit.
Thankfully, this is still the worst movie of 2025 up to this point.
Yeah,
So,
this-
like,
Yes.
This makes
Yeah.
Borderlands look good.
well, Borderlands is a
no.
movie.
I almost disagree because things happen in this.
Barely.
Yeah,
No,
but
Borderlands at least feels like you're watching a movie.
It feels
It's
it feels
so
like
bad
a
that-
real movie.
This
Although a
feels like
very
you're
bad
watching
real
like
movie.
this feels like you're watching an AI try to make like a reaction stream, and a lot of people use the thing where they're it's like an AI made blah blah blah. It really feels like that because there's a lot of like random quick cuts.
This does
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah, this is
like-
weirdly edited.
wait
It's
till we
like
get to my
when
point where
AI
I bitch about
makes a
dolly
movie.
zooms. We'll get
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Well, also, like, the audio, if you really listen, voice lines will, like, overlap, or people will, like, talk over each
Yep.
other
Yeah.
in a way where, like, the mixing isn't actually leveled for it, so you just can't hear what people are saying sometimes. Early on, it happens, I think, 3 or 4 times. Yeah, it's weird.
It's
a very
also weird
weird
because
movie.
like some of the takes that they use for Ice Cube specifically, like in my chunk, like he sounds like he has spit in his mouth when he's like trying to act very
Yeah.
mildly, and it's like, why would
Yep.
you use this take?
It-
Why would
it
you
sounds
use
like
this?
it's coming from a cheap microphone.
It's it absolutely might have been.
So I
Who
wonder if
knows?
that's
All right.
yeah, I wonder if. All right, so here we go.
Yo, I only got a blue snowball. Is that okay? That's fine.
Yeah,
No, it's not. This coming from someone who uses a blue snowball.
Okay,
I use a blue Yeti. God damn it!
hey,
Yeah, man, they're
look,
they're so fucking different. They're made by the same fucking company. They're both
I
made
got
by
this
fucking
peasant
Logitech.
microphone.
Well, no, you got him before it was Logitech, so
Okay, all right. In that
Sure.
case, that's cool.
actually yeah. All right,
cool.
so my plot synopsis here. I think that we'll find out that Ice Cube will be the head of a CIA dark ops project because he was such a good analyst through college. I feel like that would be something to touch on there. And then he either gains access to or hacks into a spy software that lets him control the entire government surveillance apparatus. And
See,
that is
Immediately,
yeah.
what you've said makes so much more sense than what the movie actually is.
Because I'm thinking of like how you logically
Because you've
structure
seen
a
movies
movie.
before.
Yeah.
As,
You have
as,
this.
as Michael
He knows
Mike
what a movie
Salsa
is.
often says to Rich Evans, you've seen a movie before, so you're too qualified to make the plot of this thing make sense.
No. I think the quote is like, "You have this flaw where you've seen a movie before."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it make things that make sense.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
my next plot point here, 'cause I just made like a quick like shotgun plot point thing here. Ice Cube then realizes, because he's such a good analyst, he's scrolling through all this
course.
data from it, that something's wrong outside the atmosphere, but then NASA's like deleting the messages. 'Cause I heard something about NASA in the trailer.
Sandra NASA?
Well, we'll get there. We'll get to Sandra NASA later.
Okay.
But like apparently like they're even deleting encrypted messages for stuff like Telegram. So then Ice Cube realizes that whatever's going on outside of Earth's atmosphere is slowly like gravitating towards every population hub across the world, including where his child and bitch ex-wife live.
My bitch wife.
Specifically, bitch ex-wife.
See,
That is funny.
Here's the thing. I was very convinced until a certain point in the movie, and most of it's because of my own stupidity on one of it, that
Did you think the bitch ex-wife was going to be controlling the aliens?
no. I thought
Okay.
that the girl I saw was the bitch ex-wife until I realized it was
Oh.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
I had to
Oh
learn
dear!
I had to learn for context clues on that one.
That
but-
sounds fun.
But yeah, that's all I got for my like.
Oh, I mean,
17 minutes.
so-
plot synopsis. That's kind of
I will confirm
yeah.
the whole thing about the like weather and the NASA, that is real. That is in the movie.
Hmm.
That is one of the early elements where
Boom, boom,
where
boom, boom.
but I'll get to that. Anyways,
Yes.
so how the movie actually begins is that again we see the Universal logo and he goes, "Here we go," and puts on music. We see him like turning on his computer and logging in. I immediately noticed a couple things that were wrong or really funny. On his computer, he has Zoom, GitHub, Spotify, whatever. But then
Everything
he also
you
has
can
an
think of.
app.
GitHub.
He has an
Interesting.
app just called Health. Don't know what it does.
hmm
He
Something
uses it
healthy.
later in the movie, though.
Yes.
He does
He's a-
use it
I
later.
He's
in
a
the
fan
movie.
of the band.
I think one of my scenes is when he uses it.
And then he has two photos, one of them of each of his kids. One of them titled Dave_09.jpg and one titled Fatih Fatih sorry .jpg, which is his daughter Faith's name spelled wrong.
I see. I see. I see.
Oh god, I wish I'd seen that. Fuck.
So,
That's
so
funny.
it's spelled
I saw
Fatih
the-
instead of Faith.
I saw the Dave one, but not that one. Holy shit!
I mean,
Yeah.
it's an interesting thing about a movie. Like, I can't imagine a lot of movies that you criticize or laugh about, like the way a character names files on his computer, or people in his address book. Again, Sandra
Yeah,
NASA is one, but another one is, I believe it's Mark Faith Boyfriend.
Yeah, Mark Faith's
Yeah,
boyfriend.
yeah.
Okay,
He's a
I had
boomer,
that-
I guess.
I had that in here later. That's another point that confused
Yeah.
me.
So his job at the DHS is essentially to spy on Washington. His job is to sit there at a computer and jump from camera to camera and monitor Washington D.C. as a threat assessor. It's very vague as to how it works. He just kind of loads up a software that jumps to different cameras, and then a box says yes or no, like good or bad.
Hell
It'll
yeah.
say like, and it'll jump onto like a person. So like when it jumps onto his daughter, it shows her in a green box to show that she is safe and okay or whatever, and it lists like things about them, like in Watch Dogs. And in her case, it says Mark Baby Daddy on hers,
Oh,
which
no.
is a really funny detail. At one point, there's a guy walking down the road, and they show him spying on him, and the guy says, "I'm totally being spied on right now," or something along those lines. And then his friend's like, "Haha, that's so stupid. No, that's not real."
He was right.
And he also just has active military drones
Ooh.
across
Oh
the
yeah, he
whole
does.
city.
Oh fuck, yeah, he does.
At this point, we also see that he can just pull up a keyword text box and search anything, and it will come
Yeah,
up.
I was very confused by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just does that. That's just something he can do.
He just searches. He's the searcher.
But he doesn't do that for his daughter. He has a separate surveillance tab for his daughter that is preset so that he can spy on her no matter where she is throughout her day.
Oh god.
And this is how we're introduced to his relationship with her, where she goes into a cafe and buys a muffin, and then he calls her on WhatsApp on a video call and says, "A muffin?" And she goes, "Dad, you can't keep doing this. Like, you can't spy on me like this." So he then hijacks her fridge's internal camera that it has to look in her fridge and say, "There's nothing good in this fridge. You're not eating healthy." And that's meant to make him like likable. It's meant to make him like just a
yeah,
likable
of course.
This is
concerned
a
parent.
serial killer in the making.
Yeah. This is so fucked.
It's like it's the like those like the stereotype of like the perverted like drunken Japanese like businessman like
Yeah,
like what the fuck, that's so
Yeah.
creepy.
like nosebleed son.
Yeah. Oh, I have my tie tighter on my head because I'm so drunk.
And just like
it's a
The first 17 minutes is just like it's just them throwing things at you. It's just all this information, which is why I was the
I
one.
mean,
who
that's
took
like
it.
most of the movie, honestly.
No,
that
but,
was
like-
my segment too.
So, but then immediately after him talking to his daughter, Sandra NASA calls him, and the conversation starts in the mid. Like she's about to say a word when the call begins. So, like the first half of the word is cut off slightly. And she basically immediately calls him. He answers, and she says, "Look at this. The weather is crazy. Like I don't know what's going on. Like it's causing interference with our satellites." To which Ice Cube immediately just doesn't care and says, "I watch people, not weather." And then she's
That's
like,
not
"No, no, no."
Horrible thing
And then
to
she's,
say.
she's
What?
like, "No, no, no. Check
That's
this out. Though. Check this
weird.
out." And it cuts to a shot of like a flame filling up the sky that's never explained, and he immediately switches and goes like, "Oh shit, that's actually kind of crazy."
Yo, that's
And
not
then-
supposed to happen.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
And then
My
immediately
bad.
after he stops caring again and is just like, "Okay, whatever, see you later." And
Whoopsie.
because his boss is like, "We need you to hunt down Disruptor." This is his like main arch enemy. Is
Yeah.
this like hacker who all he does is post YouTube videos. Literally all he does is put up a YouTube video where he says the government is spying on you. They have your information, and he is apparently like #1 priority for the DHS. Everyone wants him
honestly,
hunted down.
If you've ever like heard
Okay.
about like anything the modern CIA does or like NSA or all these ones, yeah, that checks.
And
That's-
everything he
I
says
don't
is
remember that.
proven true in the movie. He says like they're surveying you, they have all your information, they know everything about you, they can like hijack your electronics, all this. That is what we see Ice Cube doing for the entire movie. He's right.
By they, I mean me.
By
Um,
they.
I'm in your
You know,
refrigerator.
not that, but also, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that.
Sure.
at this point, we see that his son Dave, so his daughter's Faith and his son is Dave. He is Will Radford. We're only gonna call him Ice Cube, I think.
Of
Yeah.
course.
That is easier.
Yeah,
yeah,
Ice
it's
Cube.
Ice. I only ever named him Ice Cube in my thing. I
Crazy
didn't assume we were
motherfucker.
doing anything else.
At this point, he sees a charge come through on his son's credit card, not his own credit card. His son's
So
credit card.
he's monitoring his son's credit card. Good.
Let me
good,
guess.
Yes.
good.
Only
And
I
it-
like that.
And it comes up with online gaming store purchase, $248. That's all it says.
Oh, so he bought a whole bunch of V-Bucks. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. At which point, we then immediately, like, he drops everything with the NASA stuff and his own personal job hunting down this cyber hacker to use TeamViewer to hijack his son's computer to uninstall the game he's in the middle of playing.
Dude.
Wait. So was it a charge? Was it like microtransaction, or was it a game that he bought? Because what game is
it is just a
$250?
charge. We don't see what it's for.
Oh my god! As
Masterful.
gamers, that makes no sense.
Hell yeah, masterful storytelling. Hot damn osmosis.
Right,
Jones.
why does he care? Is it his son's money or like his money?
It's
Based on the alert, which said Dave Visa, I would assume it's his son's money, but he doesn't approve of how his son is spending that money, so he chose to delete the game.
Okay,
despite-
so there
as
has to
But
be
he's
like there has to be an arc about how this guy learns to trust his family and stop being such a nosy weirdo or something, right?
Maybe
that's
Truly.
clearly what
maybe
they're
that happens
going
in my
for.
section, or maybe it doesn't. But also at the same time, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'm gonna uninstall this, dude. He bought the license to it. He can uninstall it again. Like, you have to refund it.
I mean, the dad wouldn't know. He'd be a
That's
boomer
true.
and not understand.
That's true. The parents don't understand it.
That's
Now,
a different
the thing
90s
is-
rapper.
Yeah.
The thing is that his son explains in this scene that he plays video games online as a streamer, and that is how he earns money. So his dad essentially hijacked his stream in that moment, I would assume, in order to uninstall that game, and then gets mad at him for playing video games.
Of course.
At this point, we're introduced to
Normal.
his son, Dave.
As we've all been there.
Yeah.
And I need to say, I cannot emphasize enough how funny this is. His son has a peculiar poster on his wall. Now, those of us here who know, will immediately see what that poster is. I sent a photo of it for you guys.
That
Hang on.
what is that?
Yeah,
Oh,
what?
it's JoJo.
Oh my god.
Is it?
It is.
Holy shit! It is.
Wait,
It's
what?
part 4. That's Koichi.
He has a JoJo Part 4 poster.
Oh
on
my
his
god,
wall.
that's so cool!
Based. Yeah, this kid's cool.
So anytime we see that room, I'm just incredibly distracted looking at the JoJo poster.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. I see you sent another picture. I see it now.
By the way, my Discord has crashed.
Oh,
Oh my.
Okay.
all right.
Let's-
I'll pause.
Can
Hold
we?
on.
Yeah, let's pause.
And we're back. Hey, folks. Sorry about that.
Why War of the Worlds made us all want to piss.
True.
Yeah,
I wonder
man.
why.
And
We were talking about JoJo actually.
that too.
JoJo
Yeah.
made us want to piss.
So
We were reminded of something good, and we're like, oh yeah, we're actually living, and we have functions we have to attend to.
see, you're at the JoJo part here, right?
Yeah, so after we meet his son, we then meet the fiance of his daughter, who is Mark, that we mentioned.
Mark Faith boyfriend, yeah.
Mark Faith boyfriend, who is also
Oh, hi,
the
Mark.
father of her baby that she's pregnant with. She's pregnant.
Mark baby daddy, yeah.
Baby daddy, yeah. And he seems like a genuinely chill, nice guy who just wants to be part of the family. But
If he's the
Cube
same
hates
guy
him.
I'm thinking about, he's pretty cool in the end. I like
Yeah.
him.
He's played by Roderick
Kind of.
from the old Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies.
Yes. Also,
I
the
haven't
kid who
seen
kills
those.
the lead in Saw 6, if you've seen Saw 6.
Okay, here's the other big thing with him. He's also an Amazon delivery driver.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Product
this
placement.
this movie's produced by Amazon.
Mm.
It is made by Amazon.
That's crazy.
and
I couldn't tell.
They want you to know. They talk about Amazon and Amazon Prime and Prime Delivery and how great it is a lot.
The movie is like a huge advertisement. There's Tesla in there too. A lot of
Yeah, oh,
Tesla
yeah.
advertisement.
Oh, awesome.
See, I will say, there was no Amazon product placement in my segment.
No,
don't
yours is
think
like
it
the
was.
one segment without it.
I was spared. It was amazing. I was like, oh, okay.
At one point, Mark is talking to Ice Cube, and he says something about a baby shower, and Ice Cube is like, stunned. He's like, how could they hide this from me? Why wouldn't they tell me about this? So then he immediately goes into his text conversation with his daughter and types up, why didn't you tell me? You knew I was gonna find out anyways.
What the fuck?
Before he then
That's-
deletes that and decides instead to hijack his daughter's messaging app to watch her conversation with Mark about what he did, about telling Ice Cube about the shower.
Oh my god.
You know, this
And
feels.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier
Weird.
there's elements of it that are kind of similar to Watch Dogs. I feel like it's the most similar element is just that it's completely unaware and uncritical of how creepy and like intrusive the main character is being.
Well, no, I
It-
would say Watch Dogs
It
kind
tries. It tries to touch on that. Part of the arc is like he needs to open up and accept his family, but none of it's earned. He doesn't do anything to improve as a person throughout the film.
Yeah.
Like again, he follows up being frustrated with his daughter for not telling him something that he views as very important with hijacking her conversation with her fiance so that he can see them talk about him behind his back and then get upset about it. Because part of what happens is they say like he's always spying on you, and he gets really mad about that. It's like, but you are like
Literally are.
Yeah.
this is also where we see the last two big building blocks that the film uses, which is that his daughter Faith is a bioengineer, and she has just created a cannibal virus which reprograms cells to attack harmful cells or something. It's the idea is basically it makes bad cells go away. That's all that it does. There's no logic behind it.
Yeah.
Of course.
And the other piece is that Ice Cube's wife, his bitch ex-wife, is dead.
Yeah.
He regularly goes onto her Facebook and stares at her wall, which has a clearly an AI enhanced like heavily filtered photo of Ice Cube and his 2 kids, and not her on her wall.
Awesome.
What's she taking?
Awesome.
Well, no, it's not. It's like a digital. It's like a
I-
photo of all of them like put together. It's weird. I'll see if I can find it. It
Okay.
looks awful. And what he does, and this is, they try to get an emotional element out of this to show like, oh, he's struggling, and that's why he's like this, by having him send a message to her that says, "I miss you," and it doesn't go through, and then it scrolls up, and you see that he's been sending those messages once every so often, every like year for the last couple years. He doesn't send it like all the time. It just once a year he'll send it.
That's something that
Oh.
could be like cute in a better movie, but
People
that
do that.
feels just
Yeah.
That's a thing people do when they're
Yeah.
dealing with grief. Like, you know, that's fair, but it doesn't belong here. And
Yeah,
it's immediately followed up by him listening to her final voice message where she tells him to take out the garbage and be nice to the kids. At which point he just says, "Yeah," and then gets back to spying on his kids
Yeah.
and doing
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, baby.
Back to my real true passion, not you, bitch
Yeah.
ex-wife.
He
Yeah,
very
buddy.
somberly kind of goes, "Yeah," and then goes back to things.
See,
Yeah, be
yeah.
be nice to your kids. I'm gonna spy on them and just psychologically fucking torture them. What the fuck?
Like, here's the thing:
Um,
Ice Cube can deliver an interesting performance with just his words. Anaconda, there's one time where he says, "This snake's out there this big." He's fucking great. Like his confusion and like kind of worry is like just said it the way he says it. You can hear it. This movie, there's none of that.
Yeah, pretty much. I have to get the photo from her Facebook because the shot of Ice Cube in the photo is really funny. But anyways, there it is for you guys.
Oh God. Oh, that's really bad. I thought this was like a normal photo, but that's Oh.
No.
Okay, so it's like
All
a
right.
fucking toffee stain print or whatever.
Yeah. At this point, we then see Ice Cube get right back to work. He has a Staples "That Was Easy" button that he hits a couple times and goes, "Oh yeah!"
Oh,
Oh, God.
This is 2004.
Yeah,
What the
he does
fuck?
it several times. He'll do something and it will go through without a hitch, and he hits the "That Was Easy" button and goes, "Hell yeah!" and
That
stuff.
was nowhere in my fucking segment.
What
Holy
the
shit!
fuck out of here?
More DHS FBI stuff happens. We see Clark Gregg show up, Coulson from the
Yeah.
Avengers,
Yes,
Agents of
yeah,
S.H.I.E.L.D.
yeah.
And he shows up and he's like fine. He's actually one of the only people who's giving like a performance and not just
Yeah,
like
it's
standing there.
It's
Not
shocking.
much is asked of him, I'll say that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he's fine. He's doing what he needs to do in a movie.
He deserves. So
There's
much
another guy
better.
who's not even in my section, but I vividly remember him with a mustache and a cigar.
Oh. I
And
don't
that
know
guy
if
spends
it
the whole movie like on a golf course
Oh, but it isn't
with a
mine.
cigar.
That was it was Michael O'Neill, I think, wasn't it?
That was Michael O'Neill. You're right.
Yeah. Because I got a bullet point in here and said, "Damn, they got like Michael O'Neill and Clark Gregg roped into this one." Which
Yeah, I forgot.
yeah.
I didn't even realize it was Michael O'Neill, but you're right. It totally is.
By the way, you'll notice that
Uh,
I didn't even know Eva Longoria because Yavis checks for her. She likes
yeah,
paychecks.
that's Sandra NASA.
Who doesn't?
So then he's tied into all this stuff. A lot of the dialogue is cutting over itself or overlapping at this point. It's kind of funny. Anyways, after all of this, which is mostly meandering nonsense, asteroids start falling, and Ice Cube sees a video of asteroids falling and says in this exact tone, "This is insane."
Hell no. Holy
Wow.
shit.
And there's also a moment where a news reporter says something along the lines of, these asteroids are supposed to break up when they enter the atmosphere, becoming what used to be called shooting stars. And that's a really confusing line to me. What does that mean?
I don't think even they know.
I'm not sure.
There are some weird lines. My segment, there's a part where the president says something in a performance only outdone by Keemstar as the president in that terrible Half-Life thing. But he says something, and I had the subtitles on, and he like completely either botches his line or the subtitler didn't give a shit, because it's not. I mean, it's the same general gist of what he's trying to say, but it's like pretty different. And I was just like, man, And it happens again with like a news broadcast later on too.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
it really feels like there was no set script for big chunks of this movie, which this was
Yeah.
filmed before the writer's strike, so they had a script.
Well,
like-
yeah, this was like I said, like 2020.
This is 2020. Yeah.
Like entered production, started shooting. It took him like 2 months to shoot, and then 2 whole years in post production.
Yeah, so the guy who directed this movie, we should say, mostly has done music videos, but he's also a VFX supervisor. So my assumption is that they hired him onto this movie because he would already be capable of handling a lot of the VFX management,
Yeah.
which would save them production costs and time. That's my assumption.
You'd think. You would think.
But yeah, that's the asteroids are falling, and that is where the first 17 minutes ends.
Okay.
It ends with the asteroids falling and finally hitting Earth.
I was entirely wrong. Production only lasted for 15 days. It was fast tracked to go into production in October 2020. It was later acquired
Damn.
by Amazon, which included Amazon delivery. Okay, hold on. It was originally developed for a theatrical release by Universal, and it was later acquired by Amazon, which included an Amazon delivery driver character as fitting to its platform.
Oh my! Imagine seeing this in a movie theater.
Oh God,
I can't
no.
imagine seeing it on
good.
my fucking monitor, and I did.
I'd be so angry. It's like an
It's the
hour
whole
long.
thing.
Yeah, this,
Man.
like, I just can't imagine why they thought this would, because, like, you know, the other Screen Life movies that were, like, made during COVID, I think, you know, I think you could watch Host on like, an actual theater screen and be fine with it. You know, people watched, Unfriended in theaters, Searching, Missing, but this would be a fucking nightmare to watch in a theater. By the way, we're slowly approaching the fact that our discussion of this is almost longer than the movie. We're at 41 minutes. 42.
Oh, God.
I mean, my section. I would say that again. I would say the first 17 minutes is like the longest chunk of the movie when it comes to how much is going on. The rest of the movie, as you'll get into, is basically just like events happening and vaguely being tied together.
Things are going on. The movie.
I mean, because my section's done. Like that's everything that I had.
So, I mine starts with the Amazon thing. Okay, really quick. I'm gonna ask. Does anyone know Sandra NASA's last name?
Does she have
NASA.
NASA, yeah.
No, she has a real one. The movie apparently says it.
Is this a quiz or okay?
no.
You don't know. Okay.
No,
I thought you have to
does
wait till the
have
end
a
of the
last
discussion for the quiz.
I have a quiz. This is an answer. I've got a quiz.
I
Don't
don't
say
know.
It's something.
Yeah.
It's something like vaguely Latin, like
Yes.
vaguely like Spanish.
It
And I
is-
remember because
yeah.
they only say it once.
They do. I don't remember where. You know where I found it out? The wonderful Amazon X-ray thing. Sponsored by Amazon.
Call
Sorry, I
her
had to get my-
Sandra NASA. Wow.
No, her name is NASA scientist Sandra Solas.
Solas, S-O-L-A-S.
Correct.
Oh, fuck off.
The Wikipedia page says Salas, S-A-L-A-S, and the IMDb also says Salas, S-A-L-A-S.
So Amazon gets it wrong. Wow.
I think Amazon is the only one that has it right, probably, but
I will literally
That
check
would be
the
like-
credits of the movie right now, Bane.
I don't.
I think
you don't-
I really
you
do
don't
think
have
that
to, to be
Amazon
honest.
is the only people. They're the only people who care about this
Yeah.
fucking movie.
No one.
No, I
cares.
want to know,
I
because if
mean-
they got it wrong, that's very funny.
so instantly, like, from a video message that she, like, texts, we pop out into a like free-to-play mobile game, like, map of Washington DC, I think it is. And then
Yeah, that's how he monitors everything.
Yeah. The most PlayStation, like, 3 game ass looking map you've ever seen, with, like, you know, little floating icons you can click on. It's like Commander mode in Battlefield. But
Yeah.
suddenly, like, his building gets hit and he, like, shakes around while his webcam, for some reason, dolly zooms.
Yes.
Of course.
Did anyone else instantly notice the amount of fucking weird zooms that a webcam is doing?
Yeah, there's a lot of digital
Well,
zooms.
Yeah,
it's
there are
not.
a few.
it's not just the webcam, it's the movie itself. Like, there'll be a character talking, like Ice Cube will be talking to his son in my segment. This happens, and it like zooms. It cuts to like a close up of the little window that his face is in.
Yeah, it pulls them
and then
both
cuts
closer, and it's like
cuts to the full frame where his son is talking, and I'm just. It's a very ADHD movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Also, Bane, they spelled her name wrong on the X-ray. Her name is Solace.
Oh
Oh my
god.
god, how embarrassing.
Well, I guess at one point I wrote it down as Solas, so
I feel like that's better. It has like a spacey connotation.
This feels like, again, me trying to fix what is incredibly wrong here.
Yeah, it's your flaw.
So, at first, I wrote here, Faith is a bitch ex-wife, and then I later put in parentheses, it turns out daughter.
Bitch daughter, yeah.
Yeah, bitch daughter. Which, you know, okay, if you gotta have, if you're gonna have dead somebody, I guess dead wife makes sense. Makes you, like, really emotional. I get it. But bitch daughter, dickhead son is what I think is the combination here. I don't fully know. But,
Can we blame them for being bitch daughter and dickhead son when he's spying on them all the time?
Literally
No,
actually
no.
spying on them.
when he's also
Yeah.
shithead father? No. I don't disagree.
Exactly.
He's shithead father.
Everybody can be wrong here.
Now, I will
That's
say...
true.
Sandra Nassa is pleasant aunt.
Yeah. What's the CIA agent who, like, instantly gets murdered in my segment? That's a good question.
Oh,
We'll get there.
I don't remember.
Oh, it's your segment.
It's my
Well, I don't
segment.
fucking know. I came after.
Now, I will say, they did have one very realistic part of this movie where the boss messages him on Microsoft Teams to get on Zoom. It's like that.
Get the fuck on Zoom right now, buddy.
Yeah, that happens 4 more times. We'll get there. But yeah, he's getting like messages from Clark Gregg saying, "Hey, I'm Agent Coulson. Get on, Microsoft Skype," and that happens. Now, see, I get to where we see Mark Faith boyfriend, and the part of me that didn't remember that lady was named Faith because I was not paying that much attention.
Because who
Thought that
cares? Yeah.
for some reason Ivan was like, "Wait, is there a gay twist?" Like. 'Cause I saw-
What?
Well, I
What?
saw- here's the thing. I was thinking.
Because his
that-
name was Mark Faith and he was the boyfriend.
Yes.
Right.
Because, look, I also in my phone have a Mindy Tinder. Okay, it happens sometimes. Yes, that is a real. It is a
That's
real number
funny.
I can text. That's not the point.
That's really funny for some reason.
Like
You should
Mark's-
tell her that's her name.
Mark's
in the
Straightman.
phone.
So mental. I'm not doing that. Mentally, I was like, Mark Faith boyfriend. Yeah, okay, I didn't know Ice Cube was playing gay. I guess I misread this movie. And then later, once I connected the dots, I felt like a moron. I was like, oh, okay. But then we find out that he has a son, which I did not necessarily expect. I just assumed, like, when I thought kid.
It would make a lot more sense if he was just like a weird deadbeat with no one who loves him, based on the way he acts.
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
I love the idea that because Bane only saw the 17-minute mark onwards, he doesn't know that he has a son. So I got introduced to the son, and then Bane got introduced to the son, and then Tyler got introduced to
Yeah,
the son.
that's exactly
Well,
what
good.
fucking happens.
I just kind of had to assume through context clues.
Yeah. So
There's a jump scare of Faith on mine. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
So I like while he's like talking into his phone, it's like a FaceTime scene, and he's running, and then we get a real close up on his face with a big spooky noise. I was like, it literally sounded like somebody stepped on like a guitar. That's what it sounded like. But he thinks he's dead, and he tries to figure out where he is, but he constantly keeps getting messages from like Sandra Nassa and the mustache guy on the
Clark
golf course,
Gregg.
and Clark Gregg, star of
Yeah.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Captain Marvel. They're all three sending him messages like, get on Zoom. It's like, first you're on Teams.
Stop fucking around.
Call him on Teams. If he's on
It
Teams,
just sounds like the most nightmare corporate job ever.
Teams is the exact same app as Zoom. I hate to be that guy, but it's the exact same fucking thing. If you're contacting them on one, stick on one.
Yeah, but they probably had product placement deals with both. So they had to like
they had product placement deals with everyone. WhatsApp's on here,
Yeah.
Spotify's on here.
TeamViewer.
Fuck, I don't know how the fuck you can contact TeamViewer, let alone get them in your movie. How does that happen?
You say, "Hey, there's a movie, and your product's going to be in that very."
Yeah, they probably have
front
a
center.
business email.
Would you like to give
somewhere.
us
You
money
just gotta-
for it to be there,
In
or else
fact,
we're going to
dig in.
Slack?
This is one of the reasons I'm canceling Spotify. Not for them teaming up with ChatGPT. Not for them, like, you know, their CEO, like, sponsoring AI weaponry, which is a real thing. No, it's this movie. Thanks, Amazon.
That's valid.
Anyways, but yeah, they got Michael O'Neill and Clark Gregg roped into this fucking shit. It's so bad. But he's trying to get in contact with his son. He's got a little drop-down menu on Windows that says reroute cellular to satellite, which is just cool. That's amazing. But eventually, right, you know, Sandra NASA, it turns out, is really, really close to this big alien rock, right? This thing landed on there. And this is one of the few things that actually kind of looked a little bit not bad. It wasn't good, but it looked a little bit not bad. The little CGI rock. But she gets real close to it and touches it, and then something comes out and just fucking murderates her. Just fucking obliterates
Nice.
Sandra NASA. Sandra NASA is dead.
Well, I mean, I guess that explains why I didn't see her.
Yep.
The thing with Sandra NASA that's so weird is that, like, when she's introduced, she's sitting at her computer. She doesn't really talk about going anywhere, from my knowledge. I just remember that it cuts to her like 5-10 minutes later, and she's by the rock. I feel
Yeah.
like there's nothing to build up to that. There's definitely nothing like that in my
there,
section.
there is a video.
Like Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
close. It acts
Okay,
about as well.
I genuinely
It acts
I
about as well.
genuinely don't know.
No,
If
it's like-
you
it's like
told
an
me
alien
Dwayne The
rock.
Rock Johnson was in this, I would not doubt you at all.
I don't think I
Valid.
believe it because this movie's too like
This
shitty and low
movie
budget.
is like 2%.
I mean, he does shitty big budget.
This is like 20% too shitty for him.
No. He wouldn't want to be it because he's not doing action stuff and he's not the star.
True.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He would never do like a cameo role. He's like always like, I need to be front and center, and I need to be the
And
coolest
Superman
guy.
cannot hurt me.
I am not allowed.
The
I'm not allowed to
hierarchy
lose a
of
fight.
power in the movie making universe has changed, and it's not with The Rock.
Yeah,
So
maybe
James
she
Gunn.
talks about going to the site. I don't know, but I do remember the bit with The Rock being like kind of good. There's a couple VFX shots in this movie where it's like, okay, the person who made this understands VFX.
Yeah,
It's not that they had a lot of time or money or resources as a whole, but like
yeah.
they clearly get it, you know?
I feel like there was not a lot of money spent on any part of this movie in any form.
Well,
This-
besides Ice Cube.
Even
Yeah,
then,
you gotta have
I-
Ice Cube.
I
Crazy
think, like,
motherfucker.
outside of the acting, like, this is maybe a $5 or $10 million movie.
I wouldn't
Really?
even go that far.
I mean, most of the budget would go to Ice Cube and
No,
Phil Coulson.
I do think that seems like a realistic budget. This movie's a clusterfuck, man.
I mean, it's,
Well,
it's probably a
Eva
tax write-off.
Longoria. Apparently, Eva Longoria cost about $2 million to be in the movie.
Oh
Why?
My God. Okay, it's okay. Well, this feels like a
And
10
I didn't even
million.
see her.
I feel like you can just get like anybody to be Sandra NASA.
You could
Yeah.
Again, like, I didn't
anybody could be
realize-
anyone here.
I didn't realize it was Eva Longoria. I thought it was like Rosalind Sanchez or some shit, but no, it's famous actress Eva Longoria who's here for some reason, and they spent money on her for some reason, and she does not give a good performance.
No.
Okay, so one of the producers stated that the budget was below 10 million.
Oh, I was over, but I was close. But I was over. Close. Over.
And he also said that it actually did quite well because everyone watched it because it was so bad.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, hey,
Yeah.
I you know what?
War of the Worlds 2.
You
Oh,
know,
dude, they should.
player, game respecting game. I get it. I'm not mad. I'm
We
disappointed.
We
need
gotta
a-
make our podcast worse so more people watch it.
We need to.
That's so true.
After the quote unquote success of this, they need to do a Left Behind movie in the same vein, where it's like all behind computer screens.
Oh my god, Left Behind, but it's people getting raptured one by one.
Yeah, and
Oh, that would be-
you need like another like aged like actor that's like barely putting in any effort in to be like the main. Oh damn, people getting raptured, yo!
See, here's the thing. We should. I imagine the Sorbos have it now, so I imagine the rights are super cheap. I think we could actually do this with the money we have currently.
True.
I'm
I mean, you could, but I think the Servos would be too controlling on that.
No, I want to buy it out from under them. Fuck them. They're whores. They like money.
I mean, they're kind of desperate for money. They don't have
Can we
anything
get
else going
Peter
on.
Thiel as a cameo to talk about Jesus and
Oh.
AI?
Only if we get Uwe Boll to hand him a prop gun and teach him how to reenact the scene from The Crow.
Ooh,
Yes.
yeah.
It's a cool movie.
I like that at this point we're talking about any movie that's not this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Okay.
really hard to keep on track.
So
We didn't even have this much problem when we were doing the other stuff, the other movie things.
Borderlands.
Yeah, we were done at this point with Borderlands, but now
It
it's
was
like
a very short
Yeah.
discussion for
yeah,
Borderlands.
it was just a screaming for like 40 minutes.
All right, really quick to get back on topic here. So at this point, it switches to Chicago. There's an FBI lady. I don't remember her name. We're just gonna call her FBI lady. And
I don't remember that.
there's like a big like Half-Life Strider thing that's just in the middle of the city. And there's a
Yeah.
bunch of helicopters around
Yeah,
it.
yeah, the Striders, yeah.
Yep. Or a Crisis 2 Walker thing, if you prefer. You know, it's your flavor.
Shitty
of ripoff.
ATST.
Yes. It's your flavor of ripoff. Take it how you'd like. But then at one point, like, it just seems like it's just standing there. Then it pops out its little laser thing, blasts everything, including the FBI lady to death. Which at one point also, the movie switches to a weird... This is also with the editing being very weird. At exactly 22 minutes and 23 seconds of a movie, there's a reaction shot where it switches to her face, even though it was previously the other camera. And it does it for about 3 frames, and then switches back to the, outward-facing camera. Not at her face
I
anymore.
see.
Why did they do that? I don't know.
I mean,
I couldn't
Wow.
tell you.
Then, we find out that his son's alive. I believe it was from his heart, like his watch, his heart rate monitor, his watch or something. Which that was weird.
I found the frame, Bane. That's a very funny frame.
Oh yeah, I was right. Post it real quick.
Let me see that.
Yeah, I had to timestamp that because when I saw that in the first watch, I was like, "What? Hold on."
It is only for about
Yeah.
4 frames.
Yes,
mouthing.
her face, like she's making a fucking soy face. It's literally a fucking soy face.
I'm gonna put that in other announcements.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a drunken like Y mom trying to figure out FaceTime on her phone.
It felt like it in that moment. It really did. But it was one of those things where it's like when it happened, it stunned me for a second. I was like, "Hold on." Well, a movie's
Isn't
really
that's
good.
right before Ice Cube goes, God damn.
Yeah, I was about to say that after she gets killed, he's just, God.
Hang on.
dang."
I'm gonna really quick pull up
That's
ReactBot
really
and see if he can come up with a better reaction to that.
Okay.
All right.
Just let me know
He's,
the cast, and we'll see if we can get it going.
I won't cast him. I'll just tell you what he says. Although I gotta change like the audio because
Because it's all goofy.
we're not doing video for this one,
Yes.
so I
it's
don't have all
audio,
my
folks.
shit set up.
We're not putting any effort in that.
Well, you gotta bring up the memes, the relevant like JoJo poster meme or whatever. When you gotta edit this.
Yeah,
with
you gotta-
effort, Bane.
It's some images.
I will have to listen back to it. For patrons, you're not getting that because you're getting the raw audio. You're getting it today.
I like that the patrons
you're
get a
getting there.
worse experience.
They get an
Oh,
early.
yeah.
I was just thinking that.
Hey,
I
hey,
was just thinking
hey, I don't need to cut.
Listen, they get it early. That's
Hey,
fine.
I
They get
Yeah,
the
damn,
raw.
Were you guys acquired by Microsoft with how bad the service is?
I'm writing down a timestamp to edit this conversation out.
It's now
Oh.
$30 to sign up to the Patreon. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we also have an
59
unprecedented
minutes.
deal going on with literal Satan. It's crazy.
And
Yeah.
better
Anyway, so
health.
now let's see what ReactBot has to say. Let's see if his ReactBot reaction is better than Ice Cube's.
Okay.
But
Yeah, no. Also, we do find out that his son is alive. And I just want to bring that back.
Okay.
Up real quick. Yes.
All right, so ReactBot's reaction is: has Ray William Johnson seen this one yet?
that
Oh,
would
we like
actually,
better reactions.
that would be funnier for that to happen, actually. But yeah,
I think it'd be funnier, but it would be a worse reaction. To be fair to
Yeah.
Ice Cube,
yeah.
to be
Well, Ice
fair to
Cube
the millionaire.
He provides some pretty good reactions in this one. So.
Yeah, he says "holy shit" at one point.
Oh,
Hell
damn.
no, he says.
damn. He says a lot of damn.
Poor Ice Cube, man. But yeah, now then we get some.
Poor Ice
He
Cube.
got paid to do nothing.
Yeah, true. Actually, yeah, that rules. Okay, never mind. It goes back to being sick fuck for me. Actually, you're right. All right, but we get some riveting footage of him just writing out TPS reports of what seemed like actually real disaster footage, just with aliens CGI'd in there.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
pretty
cool.
sure that's literally what they did. I think it was real disaster footage.
It felt like real
Awesome.
disaster footage, which it's a little
Great.
poor
Some
taste.
snuff films with terrible CGI aliens added.
Also,
Yeah.
during this sequence, they bring up like getting Space Force involved, and it's like, oh, that's beautiful. They actually think Space Force is going to be a thing.
They do talk about Space Force, yeah.
Yeah, that's cute. And then
Those haunted.
as he's cataloging it, he's like, like kind of like scrolling over and like highlighting aliens, and then somehow downloading aliens metadata. That made no sense.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a part where
What?
he drags
What?
his mouse across a still image of a video of one of the aliens, and then right clicks on the box and
Yeah,
hits,
in his little
like,
drop-down
download
menu.
metadata.
Yeah, it says download metadata, and then it gets all the
Oh,
information
oh,
about
like,
the aliens.
He does something actually similar to that later.
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
does
God.
very similar weird shit in mine too that I
So he-
put down.
So he right clicks and saves the alien NFTs. That's great.
Yeah,
Essentially, yeah.
Yes. That's a beautiful analogy. I like that. And then he gets in contact with his daughter, who is like outside of the DHS or where the fuck he is building. I think I got it right this time. And he's like, stay away from all this stuff. And there's like a big Strider alien, and it like a helicopter flies up towards it, and it fucking blasts this bitch. And the helicopter crashes and like hits his daughter almost. She gets a piece of fucking rebar somehow. I don't know how the fuck the rebar got in her fucking leg. But she got a piece of rebar stuck in her leg because a piece of rebar fell off somehow. Where actually, now that I'm really thinking about this, where the fuck did that rebar come from?
It's debris. It's general debris.
That's the most I've ever heard anyone say piece of rebar in a statement.
I think it's the most anyone will ever say that. I hope so, at least. Jeez. But yeah,
Well, there's probably some construction workers who,
Oh, okay.
kind of have to say it.
this is where he hacks into a smartwatch. Okay, so it crashes. He can't find her. She's not responding to her phone. So he hacks into her watch and sees that she still has a heart rate. So he's like, okay, all right.
Oh, good.
she's But also, like, what the fuck? Like, he can just hack into that. That's fucked.
He can hack into anything, Bane.
Well, again,
And he's very okay with doing it too.
He's
He's
basically
incredibly
like
good.
Black
He's the best.
Neil Breen.
Yeah,
He's the best in the world.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I said that at the start. I'm like, this feels like a Neil Breen film because he's like hacking into everything like effortlessly.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm in.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Yeah.
wild.
I'm going to
Right.
uncover the secrets about all this national and international espionage that I know is going on.
So this is
But there's no heart to it.
this is simultaneously where I realize that she is not the bitch ex-wife, and she's in fact the daughter. So I note that down on my list here, being like, oh, my bad.
Not both.
But I also find out that she's preggers, and then this is where
I didn't know that.
this is where the movie turns into a comedy, because he is locked out of his office, and if you've ever seen the background of his office, it's a glass fucking door. He's locked out of a glass door for a minute, and then we get a moment where he goes to FaceTime. He's got his phone out, and it is a split-screen FaceTime, like him running around the building after he gets out of a glass door to try to get out of any door, and it turns out that he can't. I wrote...
Cool.
Yeah, the doors are just
Embarrassing.
locked.
This is also the first time I wrote down a character quote because it was incredibly cringe and made me go, the daughter then says, "The irony, right, Dad? You never want to leave that place, and now it won't let you leave."
Stupid. Oh, hate it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Oh
mad.
god.
Oh, gee.
That's also
Yeah.
It's weird because when you see him get up and go to the back of the room, it makes you realize that he's in an actual room.
Yes.
Like-
which
And not a green screen
feel like-
set.
Exactly. Yeah, he's in a room.
That
Like
was-
it's a real
there was a moment.
furnished room.
There was a and also seeing him run around. Admittedly, I was like, "What the fuck?" Because I also did think this was like an entirely scene because it doesn't seem like a real set,
No.
No, it doesn't.
but it is
But like
real.
it's real. Like,
It was shocking when he got up with the one time during my 15 or 17 minutes.
Yeah, it's
I
fucking.
Bane is
genuinely
100%
cannot
right.
believe
He
that it's a
could've-
real set. It doesn't look
He
real.
could have smashed windows. He could have smashed doors. He could have done whatever. At one point, I think he types DHS lockdown access into his little keyword box, and then
Oh,
it
yeah.
just pulls up a rotating shot of the DHS that says lockdown.
Nice.
What he forgot to do was type SV_cheats and then 1. That's what he forgot to do. It
That's
happens.
true. Yeah, he
It happens
forgot.
the
Gotta get
best
to the-
of us.
Got to get to the help menu first.
Exactly. But, he decides to hack a Tesla because Teslas are, embarrassing vehicles and very easy to hack, which is what you should take away from this movie, remember.
Yes.
Yeah, that is one takeaway.
Yes. One really good
Yep.
takeaway. That's, best
They're
takeaway
like
from
big
the movie.
RC cars when you think about
They're
it.
kind of like what Kias were 2 years ago. Wink, wink. Just saying. But-
Two? I'd say maybe like 3, 4.
That too, yeah. But so he gets his daughter to get him a Tesla and get her to safety because there's a Schreider coming close to her and he's like, all right, get in that vehicle. The Tesla is very low on battery and so is her phone. So he decides to really quick before telling her to shut all this off. He decides to basically tell her, "Look, I'm sorry. I was a shitty dad and all that." And she decides to say basically, "No, you're kind of a shitty father because you have no real power over anything." Doesn't really say it like that. She says, a very dumb line like, "You think you have more power than you really do," which is a real quote that I put in quotation marks there.
Oh no.
I got what they were trying to say. They didn't say it because these writers
Yeah.
kind of suck, but
Hey, how dare you say that about the writer of Osmosis Jones?
here's
Come on now.
here's the thing.
The
I
thing is,
should be expecting higher
can't-
from the writer of Osmosis Jones. That movie fucks.
And Shanghai Noon.
Oh, well, okay.
The problem is you can't have a character say like, "Oh, you always think you have more power than you do," and then have the character who supposedly doesn't have much power be able to click a button to sabotage the Tesla so that he can reboot it without any of the extra functions so that it doesn't waste a battery.
Yeah.
Clearly he has a lot of power.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that. If you guys ever watched that Ralph the Movie Maker video on mystery diners and they
Charles Styles Mystery Diners.
Yeah, Charles Stars, where they have they try to pretend like they can shut down a fucking moving car, and it's like you how you can't.
Yeah.
You're literally like an HGTV show.
But yeah, no, he's basically after getting berated by his daughter, he just is like, "All right, I'm sending you to the nearest field office," and turns off all the extra shit. Tells her to turn her phone off and rest. And then where I get is he tries to hack a drone, but finds out that his clearance level isn't high enough somehow. And then the coolest thing ever happens. He goes to DHS's customer support.
Man, this is the DHS, man.
He
I know.
what?
Bane's right.
Yeah,
Bane's right. It's one of the best scenes of the movie.
dude. Okay, let me be real here.
I gotta watch this.
VHS's tech support actually kind of fucks. They are almost instantly like, I'm not even shitting you. He types like, I need a level 5 password to hack something, and instantly the support's like, on it. Literally like 2 seconds later, on it. If you could scroll back up, I just posted it there earlier. On it.
Yeah.
And at one point, he's like, "My daughter will die. Let me." And they just go, "Okay, yeah."
Well, the beautiful thing,
Okay.
I actually did write down this note. The thing I loved about that was he actually just wrote like a normal sure at first, and then deleted it, and then went in all caps was like, "My daughter's about to fucking die." And it was like, that's a great comedy beat, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the last thing I got at 34 minutes was him screenshotting a photo of his daughter's car and then about to send it to someone, and then I paused. And I've done it 2 times now. I forgot who's next.
I think it's Claw.
That is me.
That is Claw.
me.
All right, yes.
And yeah, so I mean, my segment begins on like a montage. Well, I guess it's not really a montage. That's a little later. My segment begins with, if you'll scroll up, the gormless fucking appearance of Mark Baby Daddy, who is, I guess, on his way to go and track down Faith Baby Daughter.
Yes.
Who, I guess, yeah, she has the piece of rebar stuck in her leg. We added another piece of rebar to the conversation. And he's trying to track her down. Ice Cube is like, yeah, doing his Watch Dogs fucking person of interest thing to try to triangulate her camera area or something, and track her down. You know, that's the heart of the movie. Obviously, is Mark Baby Daddy and Faith, and you know, getting the family side of this all secured.
Yeah.
But the real core of the movie is he starts to watch like news footage from BBC.com. Satellites knocked out, new footage, and there's just this footage, I guess, from space. The footage of the satellite being like destroyed has shaky cam in space.
Oh,
Which-
God.
I mean,
That's fucking
maybe
horrifying.
the satellite was just impacted so hard that the camera on
There's
the
a shockwave.
thing, yeah, in space somehow.
Or like a little pebble hit it, you know?
There's no
never know.
atmosphere. Yeah, maybe, but so he's keeping apprised of the situation, and you know, there's just shit landing. There's giant Half-Life 2 walkers, or whatever they're called, striders, right? Landing everywhere, and you know, the military is being dispatched to go and fight them, I guess, on the ground with guns or something. I think you see some like tanks and shit too, but I mean, I don't know. It's never been more apparent from than it is here from the ground level that, like, yeah, don't send the tanks to fight Godzilla. It's a bad idea. You know, it just seems really futile, just even watching and they're mobilizing like news footage of this really fast. It's kind of bizarre because
it's kind of realistic, actually.
well, no, that part is, but it's bizarre because like one of the things you see in my segment is a news footage thing talking about, oh, all of the electricity at the nuclear reactors is knocked out. Nobody has electricity. So that's why we're broadcasting the news to you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That makes sense.
yeah, that
Of
checks.
course.
Logic.
Sure. And yeah, I mean, again, it's just bizarre. The whole movie, it really is like, it's edited super fucking fast, and it's just like snap fucking dolly. It doesn't even count as a dolly zoom, whatever you call it. Like
It's just a digital
Digital-
zoom.
like
I
a
guess.
digital
fake
zoom, yeah.
zooms on the fucking screen. I don't know. The movie looks like a shit post. People have said this,
Yeah.
It really
It really
does.
but it looks like what you would make if you were making fun of this movie as a YouTube video.
No, you know what?
Yeah,
it-
like,
Whatever
I could
that
see the
video
Doug-
would be.
I could see
it
the
would
Doug
just be
Walker
this movie.
skit being
No.
basically
Yes.
shot for shot.
No, hold
It's
on.
a Doug
identical.
Walker. It's a Doug Walker movie.
No,
yes.
this feels like an no. This actually feels like an SNL parody. That's like a closer.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, where
Yeah.
this feels like a 15-minute bit that they would drag on in SNL, but they would still do this, and at some point, Edie Falco would show up as like the guest. She'd be the host.
Edie Falco.
I don't know why, but it just feels right.
Okay. Well, I like to think it would be Ice Cube or maybe Eva Longoria reprising her role as Sandra NASA, but okay.
Maybe, yeah. I kind of
but-
miss Sandra NASA.
Yeah.
Well, Sandra NASA plays a pretty big role in my segment because she finds out some important, crucial information, but turns out she's not dead.
Oh.
Anyway,
Oh,
well, we're jumping ahead a little bit here. I believe I might be wrong because I didn't take notes because I just watched this before we fucking recorded. So I'm just kind of scanning through the footage on Amazon Prime and like, oh yeah, that happened, right? But I think this is around the time where the terrible, as Bane put it, PS3 Battlefield map.
Yep.
Which, of course, is accompanied by one of my favorite tropes in movies. Is one that people don't talk about it that often, but it's the one where anything you fucking do on a computer has like beep, 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 beep sound effects,
Yep.
and that's this. That's this whole movie. So we're on the like the NASA or the global map of all of the red circles that are like, I guess, the aliens attacking. And I believe this is the part where it's like, thousands of casualties. Yo, that's a lot. Which is a great moment. But then he starts talking on Zoom, of course, to like the all the military generals and the Secretary of Defense and the president. And the president, I joke that it's like when Keemstar played the president in Hunt Down the Freeman, but it is
Fuck
like
yeah.
it is like, I don't know that it is a cameo of anybody. I don't think it is. I think it's just some guy playing the president. But he's there for
I'm
like,
looking.
what's up?
I've been looking because I was like, that guy seemed familiar when I watched this movie. He is the voice actor mainly. Like, you might have seen him show up in things, but for the most part, he's a voice actor. I know he's Nigel Thornberry in the
God.
All-Star Battle 2 or whatever, the Nickelodeon's fighting game.
Okay, so it's like an off-brand Nigel Thornberry. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he played John F. Kennedy in COD Black Ops 2.
Holy shit!
Oh,
Um,
shit.
All right.
Wouldn't it
He's
be
like
Black
the
Ops 1?
narrator from, or sorry, Black Ops 1.
Yeah.
He's the narrator for
Sorry.
Billy and Mandy. He just does voices
He's
and
a
just shows
really
up in
good
things.
JFK.
He's
Um,
like, ironically, he's a lousy president, because, I mean, I don't know, I didn't buy it. He kind of looks like the guy from the director of Ghostbusters 2016, which we just referenced earlier,
Feig?
actually. Yeah, he looks a bit like Paul Feig.
he played the rip-off Tarantino guy in Jimmy Neutron.
Oh my god.
What?
Huge rock. Hell yeah.
Oh, that guy! Okay.
Played Quentin Smithy.
Oh. Well, he's here as the president, and I believe he's the one that coins the phrase. It's something like, "We are going to fight the aliens with everything we have to win this War of the Worlds." TM trademark. Watch now, Amazon Prime.
Available now on Amazon.
I think he might
Available
even
now on Amazon.
say-
War of the
It's
Worlds.
Prime Day.
He
And
might even
so-
say like initiate the War of the Worlds or something.
Yeah, it's something stupid.
Like-
And as I said before, the line that he says is mismatched with the subtitles. So I don't know if he just fucked up his lines or if the subtitles are wrong. The fact that it incorrectly names the Sandra NASA lady on the Amazon Prime X-ray thing, I have to assume maybe whoever was working on this one just didn't give a shit. I don't blame them. But Yeah, he says War of the Worlds, and then literally, like, in the next couple of seconds, we're just cutting to footage of the news where they have already, I guess, received word from, like, the press secretary off screen, I guess, where they're now calling it the War of the Worlds, in quotes. And they're like, U.S. president calls it War of the World. Like, that wasn't on TV. That was a private conversation between Ice Cube and his Discord kittens, aka the Secretary of Defense and whatnot. But this is now on the news. And so, yeah, it's a lot of, like, I want to say, like, stock footage of the news. But, or not of the news, but, like, stock footage of like, military troops, marching or whatever. And then they just CGI in a giant alien. And some of the CGI doesn't look terrible, but what it is, I think, is it's a lot of, like, shaky cam and shit like that to obscure how bad the CGI looks. Because when you see it, and it's not shaking all the time, like, there's a part later on where one of the big Strider things is, like, collapsed inside of a building or, like, against a building. And it looks like shit. And then also later on, Sandra NASA brings out these tiny little micro robots that she has in, like, a test tube, which I guess she got from this big thing that collapsed. And they look like when you did the AR cards on your Nintendo 3DS 27 years ago.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
you're not wrong.
Oh God.
And so, yeah, there's just a lot of footage of, like, explosions happening and robots. And, I mean, yeah, it's like stock footage of the movie, essentially, for much of my
It's
period.
like a Neil Breen
A lot of the
movie.
shots had a
Yes.
very stock footage kind of vibe.
But it's stock footage with like a tinge of AI. Like, toward the end of it, especially, I was feeling like this feels. So there was, like, a part toward the end of my segment where it's just news footage, and it's like some BBC British lady, I guess, talking. But I'm like, this sounds like an AI voice. It's probably a real person who's credited, I'm assuming. I wouldn't put it past the movie.
I'd hope so.
For it not to be. Maybe they hired Tilly Norwood, but
Maybe, yeah.
it sounds like an AI voice, and then it is these, like, really quick, like, 1 to maybe 3 second shots of a bunch of shit happening. And that's exactly what every, like, AI reconstruction movie, or, like, what would happen if Star Wars came out now and these actors were playing Star Wars? And it's like that, where it's just like these really, because the AI can't make, like, a real movie scene happen. So it's just like a character staring vacuously into the distance, basically. And that's what this was. It was Neil Breen stock footage mixed with AI, which we can only assume will be the next Neil Breen movie.
Oh,
But-
I
yeah.
hope not.
I'm excited.
Despite this movie having several, like, news reporter characters, there is one credited news reporter in the credits, which is Nick
that's a little
Pulliam.
suspicious. Okay. So Ice Cube,
Neil Cube.
he tracks down his daughter via, like, blood stains in her car, I guess. And then he's, like, looking through these cameras around the car, because, again, this is just it's like hacking cameras in, God, I forget what video game it was, but you could, like, move between the cameras, basically, and, like, cover the whole area. And that's basically what he's doing. He's like freaking the cameras. And he goes inside this building and he finds more blood. He finds his daughter, and, yeah, I guess she's been, fucked in the leg or whatever with a piece of rebar. And she's just, like, collapsed there. And I just have to say, Ice Cube is just an absolutely fucking terrible actor in this role, at least.
Yeah.
Because, like, his daughter is there bleeding to death, and he's like, "Yo, you gotta stop the wound! You gotta stop the blood!" And it's just, he reacts to seemingly everything with pretty much the same level of, like, I don't know, effervescent yelling concern as as Josh once put it for Rudy Ray Moore, but not like Rudy Ray Moore, like Ice Cube, and that's not
Like
good.
Ice Cube, yeah.
And so yeah, his daughter is like bleeding out, but it's okay because Mark, Faith boyfriend, is almost there. Then he gets a new video message from Sandra NASA where she's like, I guess the aliens are near her, so some kind of alien signal happens. I forget what happens in the call, but she's like staring up at the aliens, and then they make some kind of like, I guess the aliens roar in this. It's not really roaring, it's like a mechanical, I think Bane or Gabe maybe said it was like stepping on a guitar.
Yeah.
It is kind of like that kind of like mechanical feedback. But whatever it is, it makes the camera, it makes the video feed like cut to just terrible like corruption effects. And she's going like, ah! And she's like dissolving into fucking corruption effects essentially. But
that happens a lot.
yeah, he then starts looking into the data centers around the world, I guess. And there's aliens attacking all the data centers. And then he gets a call from his fail son, who's like, and this was a great scene. His son who loves JoJo. This was a great scene because his son calls in and he's like, Dad, I gotta tell you about the government. No, son, stop. I don't want to hear about government conspiracies. Dad, the government's hiding things from you. No way. There's no way that could ever happen, son. It's just, it's like, it feels like Watch Dogs. Like, I feel like this movie should have some kind of satirical, I don't know, RoboCop type of style to it almost, where it's like, this guy is able to spy on his daughter's fridge, and yet he's over, and he works for the government, and yet he's over here like, no, there's no way the government's doing anything untoward, son.
No, I don't think that's happening, actually. That's
insane.
Impossible.
Yeah.
I also, I forgot, there's another thing in this movie that I remember vividly being weird, which is that they show, during the data center attack thing, they show all the cameras of all like the high alert sites or whatever that the aliens are attacking, and one of them says London, United Kingdom, and it's a still image of the Harpa building, which is in Iceland. So like they didn't even put footage that corresponds to the places at all. They just put buildings they thought looked cool in order to try to fill out those shots.
Okay.
I kind of respect that.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Why not? Why not? You know, no one gives a shit.
Yeah, fuck it.
You're probably the only person who bothered to even look into that, so congratulations.
It's only because I've been to that building. If I've never been to that building, I would have been like, "Oh, that doesn't look like
that's a
something
cool building."
Yeah.
Anyone from Iceland is watching this and going like, "Wait a minute."
Hey, hang on.
So heritage is saying, what the fuck?
So Sandra NASA calls him back up, and she's like found her way to one of these crashed Strider things, and the Strider has like a giant glowing tentacle that is penetrating the building essentially, and so she goes further in, and there's just a bunch of like weird glowing red shit that matches the tentacle all over the servers. And she discovers that it's draining the servers. It's not just downloading all of the data in the data centers, but it's like downloading and erasing it from the data centers simultaneously, which is pretty powerful alien tech. And of course, the whole movie is made for dum-dums, so it's like it has like a thing that flashes up that goes, data center download complete, all data lost, shut down, offline. And there's just these stupid little fucking notification pop-ups the whole time that are like, breaking the world, everything's on fire from CNN. Fox News shows up and it's like, it's all over, whatever. you know, just these stupid fucking little pop-ups on his computer screen, like you get like a notification on Discord or something. And yeah, Sandra NASA has a connection failure as she, I don't know. It seems like, from what you guys have said too, it seems like this character exists to like seem like she's gonna die and then not die frequently. Because in my segment, that's what happens when the like corruption effects happen on her video. I'm like, oh, I guess she got like attacked by the alien or something. No, she's fine. And then she shows up in this data center and she's like, oh wow, they've attached themselves to the servers. Oh wait, oh god! And then the connection dies.
Yeah.
And then like literally like a minute or two later, she's back. And she's just like, hey, I'm fine now! Don't worry about what happened there. Everything's fine. We're not going to elaborate on whatever just happened.
Jesus Christ.
I'll explain later.
She'll explain later, yeah. Because it's Sandra NASA, and they have a great relationship. So she... Well, that part does come later, but so much of my segment... I don't know if this is true of you guys, too. So much of my segment is literally just like news footage, I guess, like an attempt at fake news footage, which reminds me, I believe during the scene with his son, he refers to something as fake news, so that's pretty great. I'm glad that the term fake news is in this movie. Anyway, Mark Faith Boyfriend shows up, and he shows up to where the daughter is, and he's going to like help her, and Ice Cube is like, yo, you gotta get a tourniquet for her leg, man. and he doesn't bother with the tourniquet because he's an Amazon driver, so he brings out his like Rolo gun thing of tape, and he's like, don't worry, I got this, because Amazon, in an emergency situation, of course, can save you from dying of blood loss with tape.
Oh,
I assume he tapes over the wound, and that's enough to protect her from bleeding out, I guess. Sure. You know, I mean, it's one of those moments where it feels like it is just Amazon product placement more than anything else. Like, I don't know, just, like, not even product placement, but, like, propaganda to make you like Amazon, I guess. Like, hey, look at this guy saving his daughter with Amazon branded tape or whatever. Anyway, so I guess the daughter's
representing the company.
Of course.
Yeah, the only way that would be like any more like obvious would be like if they also put like anti-union messages into that too.
Sure.
Yeah, you didn't see any piss bottles, did you?
No, they were hidden underneath Ice Cube's desk.
Nobody was pooping on anybody's lawns after making a delivery. So I think the daughter is fine after this point, basically, but this is when Sandra NASA, again not dead, calls him up again, and she shows that she has these little nano machines, son, and they're in a tube, and she pours them out of the tube, which seems dangerous. Like, you know, you don't know what these things are going to do. You got them captured. That's something, right? But she pours them out of the tube, and they, like, sneak across the table over to where she has, like, an SD card for some reason, and they just start, like, reading the data, I guess, off the SD card. Which is when they learn, like, oh, the aliens, they're here for the data centers. They're trying to eat our data. They're trying to steal our data, I guess. A lot of me explaining this is me saying I guess, because you're just piecing this fucking shit together. And it's not even like, oh, I jumped in halfway through the movie. It's like, the movie makes no sense and is full of shit and is garbage. So, yeah, I guess that's what the plot is, sure.
Yeah.
Breaking news alert from BBC. Global data loss, infrastructure failure.
Uh-oh.
That's the breaking news alert. Like, it's not even written like the news would be written, or a headline or anything. It's literally just all caps, like, it's happening! kind of thing.
It's only just
And-
begun.
And then you get the great moment again, intercut with like shitty news footage that's probably AI. You get the great moment where he gets a Facebook message notification, a Facebook thing on the side of his computer that says, "Memories. Your memories are deleting."
What the fuck? What?
Yeah,
Facebook
yeah,
won't
sure.
have a message for that. But anyway, he goes to his Facebook, and yeah, the mom, the bitch ex-wife, her Facebook page, all of her photos are like being erased in real time, and he's trying to like click them and save them, and they just like are the photos are disappearing and being replaced by the little like photo didn't load icon or
Why
whatever.
would
And
he
he's just
not
like, no.
I think the worst part is, why would he not have any of that locally?
Because
Yeah.
it's future data, internet, future cyber age.
Yeah, we store it on the cloud.
Yeah,
Even
the
if-
cloud.
Even if they were saved on his side, they're absorbing all data, dude. Like
Well,
nothing will
They-
stop them.
Wouldn't they have to
Which is
connect? They would have to connect to his data somehow, though. I mean,
Dude,
well,
they're
yeah,
in the data.
they're in the network. The glitch just typed, Bane.
What if something
so-
isn't like connected to any sort of network?
By
Well,
the
no
way,
one has
we're
a
now,
Faraday
we are now
cage
way
in this.
over the movie's runtime.
Fair.
By the way,
Yeah, I expected this to be a lot shorter, honestly.
So did I.
This will get
We're also
cut down a
baffled, I
bit.
guess.
So this is at this point. He goes back to check the message that she left for him to. What was it? Take out the dog and be nice to the kids or something.
I
Take
think
out
so.
the trash and be good kids. Yeah.
Right. Electroshock collar your dog and be nice to the kids. And he listens to it again, and as he's listening to it, it does the fucking thing where it's like, take out the trash and be nice to the
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
as it's being deleted. I guess that's the sound of a file being deleted in real time. Yeah, he then. Well, I mean, that's kind of the end of the segment, honestly. It ends on that somber note as his wife's late memory is desecrated by the aliens.
Like I
Yeah.
said, they all
His bitch
start and
ex-wife.
end on like perfect beats. To
Yeah,
be broken
I
up
was-
into 17-minute chunks.
I was surprised by it because yeah, it did just like wrap up perfectly at the spot where I was done with it. But
I am so curious now about what happens in Tyler's segment.
You want to fucking know what happens in my
It's the
segment?
final missing piece for me, so I'm so curious.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
it's-
take it away, Tyler.
it's
I'm
the
all
missing DLC.
done.
I will say though, I came into here with so much energy, like I didn't have coffee, but I was like, yeah, we're gonna rip on this. After hearing all your guys' segments, I'm like, I feel exhausted. Like I gotta take a nap. Like just trying to like remember
was-
this or just trying to like piece it together with like not the slight knowledge that I know, and it's just like,
Bro, I was
Oh.
over here admittedly kind of like, even during my segment, nodding off a little bit. I was like, whoa. We're good though.
okay, all right. So I
Yeah,
got a lot of fucking notes here.
Ooh,
I got
fucking
It's true. We were
Background
comparing notes
game.
before. So my segment starts. Ice Cube closes like a shitload of Chrome tabs to listen to the Dark Web Anonymous Alex Jones podcast, which I've apparently is like this. I forget it was mentioned like once, like his arch nemesis, his Moriarty at the start, like the guy who's like the government is stealing your data, and like what the
Disruptor.
Yeah, Disruptor. So he's like listening to this podcast because it's like live happening right now. And then all of a sudden, or like he mentions, data is the most precious resource on Earth. And the government's doing some wacky shit with this thing called Project Goliath. Ice Cube is suddenly stunned at what he's hearing for no reason. So he right clicks this live YouTube video, like this live stream, is able to save it, and he opens it in his Adobe Edition Government Spy Edition. That's the closest I can explain to this. And he starts like doing like the forensic shit, like matching like pitches and whatever. He does that for 2 seconds, realizes this is too much effort. Just right click, do it for me, computer. And then it's like, oh, there's a match. This is made for idiots.
Yes.
So a pop-up comes up and it's like, voice match. Do you want to voice match this? accuracy is 100%. So it's like, okay, this can't even be fake. So within 2 seconds, again, he's able to like take this live stream, like filter out like the audio a little bit, and then he realizes, oh shit, it's his son who is Hacker Man the whole time. So he immediately goes on WhatsApp and phones his son. I didn't realize this the first time I watched it, but this is like really funny because it looks like a director like cut moment, like, or director action moment. Because like it cuts to him like phoning his son. He's waiting there on the phone call, but like he's moved his chair like off to like the side, so it's like horizontally to the side. And he's like, his hand is on his fist, like he's like thinking. And then all of a sudden his son picks up, and then he immediately is just like, oh, I'm acting, stands up. It was you the whole time.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. He like
Wait, what?
jumped into position.
I forgot to mention in my part, the son, when he calls him, he mentions the Goliath thing. And the Ice Cube's just like, no, there's no way. The government is nice and I love them. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. So this is like in the span of a minute, he's able to deduce all this like within seconds and phones his son to confront him. And his son doesn't deny it like at all. Like he's like, it was you the whole time. It's like, Dad, you just don't know what's going on about this. Are you ready to work together? And he's just like, all right, goodbye, and just like hangs up the call on him. Which is like, what the fuck is the point of this scene?
government
like,
is my son now. Fuck you.
It's like 20 seconds long. This scene, it just happens, and then his son sends a Google Docie, big Google Docie. And Ice Cube's like, it takes him like a full minute to do a sentence like, nothing in this folder is going to ever make me trust you or make me think what you did was right. And his son, like, I guess he like expected that exact response, because immediately after Ice Cube sends that, he's like, just read it, Dad. It's true. Read the government files. So he opens up the Google Docie, and there's stuff like Roswell, like Area 51, Project Blue Book. And then all of a sudden, just at the bottom there, it just says Skinwalker Ranch in bold letters.
Oh my!
I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, why are they? Like, I would rather be watching Skinwalker Ranch than this right now.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
So he starts reading these Google Docies, and it's just a montage of just the worst Photoshop images like possible. Like they're just putting like these terrible like documents, like classified documents, but like nothing's like redacted on them.
No, nothing.
And he's just like these mountain ranges, and then there's just like pictures of UFOs, and he's like, yo, what are those? And like they're photoshopping like the alien like walkers and everything into like these old timey photos.
Oh god.
And then this is what I realized, that like the aliens are like ticks, because they just, with no context, there's like a picture of a tick on there, and it's got like a button on top of it, like a button that you have like attached to like your shirt.
What?
Ice Cube instantly believes all this shit by just briefly glancing at it. And I wrote, this all could be just bullshit. This could all be propaganda. This could have been something like from the deep web, like Mudahar's like dank web, like web browsing like videos, just like weird conspiracy theories. It's like, damn, shit. I literally have shit, damn ass montage as a note. So after
he literally, before opening, like you said, there's a message that says nothing in this folder will ever make me believe it. And then like after about 5 seconds of reading it, he's like, oh my god, it's all real. Like,
yeah,
there's no hesitation whatsoever.
It's literally that. I'm like, I'm like at this point while watching it, like holding my head, I am like reeling. I feel like I've just been in a car accident. Like everything is happening and it's just flashing. But after all these bad things of Photoshop, I had to actually pause the movie because I was laughing so hard, because I saw the worst Photoshop I've ever seen in a movie, and I'm posting it now. Like I posted it earlier, but just with no context, like this is on here. This Photoshopped image. It's like an unrelated,
Incredible.
like office meeting, and they just put a Photoshop of Project Goliath, and they Photoshop Phil Coulson's head really poorly onto like one of the people's heads, and everyone else's head is
basically an entirely different skin tone. It's wild.
And it's so much funnier because it's like everyone's face in this photo is blurred except for his. Why?
Yeah.
Like this is and it's just
That's just how their faces are.
yeah. I think I wrote down literally the worst Photoshop job I've ever seen in a film in all bold, and literally everyone is censored but one guy, and it's so fucking bad. So this is what I understand from all this. This thing called Project Goliath was built under the NSA or whatever, like wherever he is, wherever the fuck Ice Cube works. NASA, not Sandra NASA or whatever her name is, but someone high up NASA told Phil Coulson that, hey, this is a bad idea to turn this thing on. It could like attract things from extraterrestrials, and Phil Coulson's like, fuck it. I think I wrote like literally retarded as a note underneath.
Oh, God.
So
Funny because it's true.
So
I mean, yeah.
So he starts Skyping Phil Coulson, and it looks like Phil Coulson's like walking from like one set to another, like it just like with his phone, and he immediately accuses like, "What you brought them here?" And again, Phil Coulson is like, this is the second time within the span of like a few minutes where he accuses someone of something, and they don't even deny it. It's just like, yeah, you figured it out. So what? It's just they just go
The
back and
world's
forth.
ending, so like, who cares?
Yeah, they're both just yelling at each other, and he's telling them like, "Oh, I can't believe you did this." It's like, well, the nanny state doesn't protect us. I protect us right now." And I wrote down, I didn't before when you guys were talking about like how there isn't like Amazon product, there's Amazon product placement throughout this. I was like, there isn't in mine. I literally remembered. I'm looking at my notes right here. There's Amazon product placement as like a dramatic line that Ice Cube reads out to Phil Coulson, where he says, and I quote, "You risked all of our lives just to spy on people's Amazon carts?" That is literally
There's
the
a
line he says.
callback to that line at the very end of the movie.
Great deals
God.
on Amazon, you know.
Again, this is what I was saying before. Amazon or Ice Cube is really bad. He literally sounds like he has spit between like the corners of his lips while he's saying this. So it's like you can sounds like flummy while he's doing it. And I'm like, why would you use this take in a film, in your professional film? Like, why would you do this? So Ice Cube's like, I don't want any part of this. He's like, okay, well, you're dismissed. Bye. And he's instantly locked out of everything. There's like a dramatic montage of like him trying to like send messages on like WhatsApp to like his kids, and like they don't go. He's like desperately trying to refresh YouTube, and he's getting like the dinosaur page. And there's like this dramatic music behind it. And it's just
remember,
like
they stole all the data. These sites are still active, unlike Facebook. They only got Facebook. Facebook's the only thing that actually went down.
That's the only one
Everything else
that
still
really
works.
mattered.
yeah. So I wrote he tries to desperately refresh YouTube and it doesn't work, and I'm like, we've all been there, buddy. Okay, so he gets kicked out, but then his son hacks into his computer. There's big things like, oh, firewall breached, it's whatever, and then it's like hacker.ios pops up, and it's like, hey, Will, do you want to play a game? Like, it literally says, are you ready to play? I'm like,
Oh my god.
and he's just like, hell yeah. And so then they reboot his computer and they install Hacker iOS, so he's able just to use his computer. This scene of him being locked out of the computer to him getting access to the computer is less than a minute long. Like
Everything in this movie is like, again, it's ADHD movie.
It's all gas, no brakes. There's no brakes in the film. Like this could have been a moment where it's like he's desperately like do it slower. Like there's desperately trying to like contact his family. He can't. I didn't know he was locked in the building, so like I wrote like a note like later on that kind of like reference that like why are they just letting him stay here? Like his
Because of the
access
glass
has been
door he
revoked.
can't get through.
Yeah, he can't break a chair or something. But literally, within like less than a minute, he's back in there. Then there's literally a thing that says, okay, are you ready to do this? And then it turns out it's Dave who hacked in, because obviously, and it's like, hey, click this link to join the rebellion, not a virus.exe. Oh yeah, here's my note. Why is Ice Cube still there if he's been fired/booted, if they could stop him physically? And then they're like, all right, he's talking to his son on WhatsApp, and they're trying to come up with an idea. And like their idea was like, let's send a DDoS to the aliens. Like this I wrote down
Even dumber than the way they beat the aliens in Independence Day.
I can't believe this kid used fucking low orbit ion cannon on the aliens.
I wrote down why send a DDoS attack when they could swat the aliens? Are they stupid?
That's really good. I like
They
that.
can flashbang the aliens and get like their dogs killed or something. So
Just send
Or
some
shock the
pizzas
dog.
to the
I think that's
aliens.
topical. I don't know. I'm seeing memes that I don't know of.
no,
We'll-
I'm talking about
we'll
the
not talk
Ian Miles
about that
trolling,
now.
like doxing that guy
Yeah,
and
but
swatting
that's
that guy. I'm not talking about the
rest
other.
in peace, Ian Miles Chomp.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not talking
Oh,
about
excuse
the other popular streamer who has shocked his dog on stream. Lightning Bolt.
What a cool thing to be learning about just now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I do like that this is the day we chose to do it. The day when everyone's being bombarded with images of a dog being shocked by lightning.
It's fucking
Uh-oh.
amazing. All right, so the DDoS plan. Well, Ice Cube's like, no, we can't do that. We got to use a virus on the rest of the data centers. We got to I think the line is literally, we got to poison their food supply.
He
Like,
does say that. Yeah, he does say
Ooh.
poison day food supply.
like, why would you? And then I forget who says it. I think they're talking back and forth about doing this, and then the Ice Cube's like, let's disrupt this shit.
Okay,
then-
all right. There's a callback to that at the end of the movie too.
That's amazing.
That's
So-
cringe.
So Dave brings Ice Cube into like the Council of Nerds, like at the Council of Anonymous Nerds, and I'm gonna read some of the nerd names that are there. Okay,
Ooh.
I see.
we have Disruptor, who's Dave. They didn't bother giving his dad a name, so he's just doxed there. Like everyone has like the same like Disruptor like profile picture except for Dave for some reason and his dad.
Yeah.
So everyone else is. We have Code Crusher. We have this is one person, Thelma and Louise.
Uh-huh.
So I wrote in quotation marks, lesbians?
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe.
Tyler, it's a two-spirit.
Yeah. And then
Yes.
finally we have Starfire.
Oh,
Like-
just
like-
the
like-
DC character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
just
the
a
DC.
Starfire, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And I wrote in brackets, probably a guy.
Yeah.
So I wrote, I read here this. Dave is unanonymous in the anonymous group. Why did he bring his dad in too? Is he stupid? Because immediately
Yes.
there's drama because they're like, oh wait, you brought your dad in? Oh, he's
Your
NSA.
dad
Oh man, we're
works
so
for
fucked.
the NSA. Wow.
Yeah, like immediately these three people are like, why would you bring someone from the NSA in here? You've compromised this. What the fuck are you doing? And he's just like, no, he's cool. And they're like, oh, okay.
Hey, yo, he's chill. Trust.
Yeah.
And then I
So-
think then is when he says like, "Let's disrupt some shit."
Yeah,
And then they
yeah,
do a
I think-
montage.
I think it's that. So like they come up with like a plan. Like they're like, okay, you do this, you Starfire, you just do nothing. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go hack a bunch of shit and be crazy. And they're like, oh, okay. Then for some reason, there's a dramatic crossfade on like the computer, on the timestamp on the computer from 1:56 p.m. to 2:11 p.m. Like it's like 10 minutes. Like why is there a crossfade? On that? I think before then Will's like, wait, I'm gonna do my own stuff. I'm gonna disrupt some shit. So instantly he asks his son for the YouTube information for the Disruptor YouTube page, and he uploads a slick Hackerman video in about 15 minutes. So this is a highly edited Hackerman video that uses all the documents from all the shit that like Dave sent him, and like using basically like the photos of like exposing Phil Coulson on there, and it's just like what? And it's just like, does he know? Did he know? Like what? And then Ice Cube does something really stupid that like I had to also pause. So there's a crossfade from the Disruptor icon, like the hooded anonymous figure, and then he crossfades his face onto it
Yeah.
for no reason.
Yeah,
I
that's
wrote-
like the famous shot from the movie, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Ice Cube directly implicates himself in the video, literally shows his face. Is he really stupid?
Or just
Yeah.
pretty stupid.
Yeah,
Probably.
So in 10 minutes, they've hacked into all the data labs, they've uploaded the virus, and I wrote down the virus is already hurting the big Horizon Zero Dawn aliens before it's uploaded. Because like the way it's like edited, it's like they're still uploading it, but like they're eating the data, and then they're like, oh god, oh fuck.
Yeah,
It's I guess it's kind of like a straw, you know, like
It's
some of it's
a
loaded
brain
in.
freeze from eating the data too
But
fast.
I'm pretty
Yeah, it's
sure
like pushing it in.
It shows like a meter of just like hacking percent, and it's like before it reaches 100, like they're already getting like infected by the virus, which doesn't make any sense at all.
That's
It's
a
like it's
little
not
weird.
updated. So they're like, yeah, we did it. We're knocking them down because like they're all falling over. And then they all just kind of like their heads explode and pop up and they start flying in separate directions because all the hackers get reverse hacked. And
What?
the aliens reverse hack the hackers who hack the data, the virus into the data, and they all start shooting off in different directions. Gabe, I don't know if you can do this, but I said Ice Cube's a fucking gold meme face potential at 1 hour, 3 seconds, and 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
1 hour, 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Gotcha. I think I might know the exact face. Yeah, it's the exact one I thought.
Yeah, I forgot to take a photo of it because I was just I had to like rush through my notes at some point. But so I wrote hackers get exposed. Oh yeah, there's another guy. Burnout. That's one of the other hackers. Yeah, that's the meme face.
Incredible.
Oh,
That's the face he makes to the hackers getting reverse hacked by the aliens.
That's a digital. There's a digital zoom into that as well. It, like
Awesome.
it's like a half-second long digital zoom that just whoom into his face like that.
It's like a parody. Like it's like
It's
like
magical.
It's magical. So yeah, the hackers get exposed. Burnout looks like a Redditor. Starfire is a dude, obviously, and Thelma and Louise is another dude, super obviously. So the aliens jump to their locations in like a second, because like they get to the locations and like their like webcams start giving out and like their profile starts their webcams for some reason, and then the aliens all fucking nuke them. Like all these characters that we just met, they're all fucking dead.
Holy shit.
Cool.
So
I'll have to find the clip of Firestorm getting nuked because it's really funny. It's like a
I found it. I found the fucking digital.
That's literally what it does.
That's insane.
Oh, that's incredible.
I said, and even Dave fucking dies. He gets nuked. Like Ice Cube's house is just gone now. So I said, rip Dave, rip to any future Oscar nominations to Ice Cube. Holy shit, he's so bad.
I gotta say, this zoom in fucking moment feels like it really needs the stock.
There's
dun,
the bit.
dun, dun! It needs that.
Yeah. That first image of like it zooming in, it looks like it's from Austin Powers.
It does.
It's got it. Fuck, I should watch Austin Powers again tonight.
And there's the shot of Starfire getting nuked by the way.
Obviously it's a dude.
Awesome explosion.png.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So Dave's dead. Ice Cube's house is blown up. He's like looking at the news. Ice Cube hacks a drone to see a smoldering rubble of a house. He looks on the news. It says specifically emergency services unable to help. But in the footage where they're showing his burning like rubble of a house, you can clearly see that there's a stream of like water from a firefighter hose in the upper left-hand corner. Like you can like see it. It's like it's not hidden.
Footage.
And it's like
Wild.
I was like, man, I hope someone got fired for that. So
I don't think anybody got fired for this fucking movie.
no, if anything,
It's a
someone
money
got
laundering scheme.
if anything, someone got a promotion. But
I mean, hey,
wait,
we're talking about it.
but
so I
wait,
guess it
guess what?
worked.
Dave actually lived, bitch.
Oh shit.
And
Things
you're
don't
not gonna-
matter.
No
Do we-
way! That's
do we-
not a spoiler to me.
Do we want to guess why how he lived this time?
Secret bunker.
Anyone else want to give a guess?
I genuinely
I'm gonna
don't
guess
know.
getting under a car.
Okay, Claude, do you have a guess?
Claude doesn't have a guess.
No, I
Claude,
Claude went to the bathroom. He was saying it quietly, but just yeah.
yeah, okay. So I
Game's
said,
Pissing now.
yeah. So I said, wow, this is stupid. What? So the entire thing is like he bounced his signal from where he was actually never at home the entire movie. He was never in the house.
Oh shit.
He was at friend Dave's house, and he bounced Dave's signal to like their house. And he's like, while he's doing this, he's pulling down like green screens, and he's in a different room.
but
green
a
screen
different
sounds
room
like-
instead of a JoJo poster has a One
Yes.
Punch Man poster.
I was
Okay,
going to say that there's a
alright.
Saitama wall scroll on the wall, and I'm
So
like,
rest in
cool.
peace to the JoJo poster, but hey, at least Saitama's there.
Yeah.
No
So I wrote
Josuke.
down-
Only
so I wrote down-
Saitama.
So for a while after like Dave gets like fucking presumably nuked, he doesn't respond to any of Ice Cube's messages. So we wrote down, why didn't he respond to Ice Cube's calls or texts? Did he read the script in advance?
Good point. Yeah, very good question.
Then I have shout out to One Punch Man tapestry in the background. So Ice Cube has the very most appropriate response in this movie.
The shittiest image quality, by the way.
Oh, 100%. They got this from a bootleg.
Oh yeah.
So Ice Cube has a very appropriate response and asks Dave why they couldn't have bounced Dave's their signal to Dave's house so Dave's house would blow up instead of theirs. And it's like, yeah, why?
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's like, why?
It's kind of a shitty thing to ask when like you're, hey, at least your son's alive. But damn, bro.
Yeah, I said, why did Dave let his own house get blown up? Is he stupid?
True.
So this is where the one Sandra NASA phones finally, and I forget exactly, but like I think she phones in the middle of this, and then he gives an unironic "we'll circle back" to her.
He did that with me too. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's and then I wrote down. This is when I realized I'm like, holy fuck, it's Ava Longoria. She still acts.
Yeah.
So she gives a rundown on like the little like tick like micro machine aliens. So she says the aliens are, I call them ticks, she calls them aliens, are biological and cyber. Couldn't she just say that they're cyborgs? Is she stupid?
Or cybernetic?
Yeah.
Cyberlogical.
Yeah. And I don't. Yeah. This is like the only time I see her in my section, but it looks like she's in a veterinarian's office, so I thought she was a vet.
Yo, her name is Sandra NASA, but you think she's a vet?
Yeah, I didn't even realize that. I was like, I was just like, just her background. I was like, this looks like a vet's office. So eventually, Ice Cube invites his family to the call. Oh my god, I forgot to mention this. After he gets locked out and like he gets locked back in, he finally gets an update from Dave Faith boyfriend. It's just, hey, we're safe, and it's just a photo of like his face and like in front of like the camera, and just like she's like injured like to like the corner behind him, but like can't really see her.
Nice.
It's like they didn't want to do the prosthetic or like the like show the injury because they're like, that's too hard. Let's just Roderick, get in front of it. Just get in front of the camera. So he invites all of his family to the call to try to figure out how to stop the aliens. And this is where they bring the cannibal code up. Like I forget who mentioned it, but someone had like a cannibal code.
Yeah, the daughter made a cannibal virus code thing for DNA.
Yeah, so they talk about the Cannibal Code and how they want to upload it, and all my note was, this makes me wish I was listening to Cannibal Corpse instead of this garbage.
Nice.
So Eva Longoria, I had apparently she just repeats her dialogue again, like goes like they're cyber, like it repeats the exact same thing, like the aliens are cyber and biological, and everyone's like, whoa,
no.
And by the end of that ends my time, and my final notes are, why did I watch this? Why did you all convince me to watch this? Am I stupid? Fuck you all. Yes. This isn't a movie. I need a drink.
True.
I don't have any answers for any of your questions, by the way.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Yeah. They're more rhetorical.
You didn't have any fun with Starfire and Hacker Storm or whatever? Raffle Hacker?
No. It was just more funnier to watch the bad Photoshop because I'm like this. I make terrible Photoshop images for like the thumbnails of my YouTube videos and my YouTube streams, but like they look better than that, and I do the same thing that they do.
Yeah,
they got paid to make this,
and they get paid exactly.
That rules.
Fucked up.
Yeah. Anyways, Tristan, you bring us home, buddy.
So I started out with biological and cyber, which is a fantastic start, by the way.
It's like that Neil Breen movie with like the Twisted Pair, where they're like AI human hybrids.
Yeah,
basically, yeah.
Don't want to compare your movie to Neil Breen, and certainly not several times in the discussion.
It's so comparable.
It's been a few.
Yeah, it fits.
Yeah.
So then Ice Cube messages the DHS and says, "Hey, listen, can you just let me back in, please? Let me back. Let me see the call. What's up? You know, what's going on? What's going on in the government? It's World's Fair."
Wait! He's already in though, because his son hacked him in. How is he like asking to get back in?
I think it was like a specifically a locked Zoom call. I didn't have a lot of context when I wrote this down.
That's fair. I'm sorry. I'm just this is just blowing my mind.
So he gets the answer, listen, man, I can't do that shit for you. Sorry. So he pulls up open password generator
Oh, hell yeah.
in command prompt.
And
then he
that
gets
work?
he gets the master key for Zoom and gets into the call that way.
No wonder his son was able to hack into the government so many times so easily. Holy shit.
So in the Zoom call, Ice Cube learns that they're just going to fucking nuke the DHS building, which Ice Cube is inside of.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
They're gonna fucking nuke it.
It's like the
Oh,
end
yeah.
of Metal Gear Solid. This is some real stakes and intrigue.
I think
Yeah.
it's because like they didn't want the aliens getting a hold of that specific data or something like that. It wasn't
Yeah, Project
very well
Goliath.
explained.
The Goliath, the Goliath
it-
data and underneath the DHS.
It's like 40 feet down specifically. Phil Coulson says that.
Yeah, and there's like 40 feet of rubble. They won't be getting through that. Something like that. But
The
that is
aliens can't
where
do that.
if you give me just a moment. That is where "oh hell nah" is uttered. So- A lot of
Getting
this
these
is me
hell nah.
working. A lot of my notes now are me working through the plot. You know, it takes them a while to get into things. They have to explain the plot to the other characters.
I love how
And-
big sections of this movie is just re-explaining the plot over and over because people
Yeah,
might
almost
forget
as-
what's going on.
Almost as if it was designed for 5 people to watch 1/5 of the movie each.
Honestly, this is the way that the director intended. Little
We
known
actually
fact.
commissioned. Fun fact: we actually commissioned this video, and you can commission more terrible videos through Amazon if you subscribe to Live Equals Funny on Patreon.
Yeah.
Yes,
True,
thank
yeah,
you,
very true,
thank
yeah.
you, Jay the Moth, our first $10 patron. You Norwegian nasty.
Yeah.
This was your fault. You're specifically your $10.
Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah.
did this.
You know you wanted this.
True.
So when the explanations stopped, so Ice Cube was about to go do something dangerous. I presume he had to go into the basement of the DHS to upload some sort of special code. I forgot exactly what the code was.
That's the cannibal code. That's the
Yes, the cannibal code.
virus thing.
I don't remember a lot of this stuff, even though it was just explained to me, which is fantastic advertisement for the movie.
Yeah.
So
That's the way movies should be.
they're freaking out over, getting the code of the virus code to Ice Cube so he can put it in the basement. So while they're kind of arguing back and forth about this stuff, and when it's been decided on what to do, Ice Cube just kind of opens up a letter that he has that I don't think I heard any of y'all mention. That's kind of half typed up, and it was addressed to his daughter, but not to his son, and he adds his son's name to it.
Oh yeah.
What?
I
That
I don't know
was
about this.
that was in my segment. Yeah.
Okay.
it's very brief.
He starts typing up this message, but he can't figure out how to end it, I guess.
It all happens over the course of like 20 30 seconds. He pulls up Facebook or something and starts typing it out and then gets distracted pretty much immediately.
Yeah,
Which
so
is
that
very representative of the movie in the sense that it's all very
Yeah.
ADHD and distracting.
So after that, which is kind of reminding you of that letter, I suppose, he kind of finishes it up and then attaches a full, a zip file of, hey, don't lose these photos, .zip. And schedules delivery. I don't know why you're not delivering now or anything, but that's fine. Sure,
The
whatever.
world's ending,
Yeah.
So the message is him basically spilling his guts. Hey, listen, I might have spied on y'all, but I had it in your best interests. That kind of shit.
For a good reason, yes.
All right, so they decide that the best way to deliver this exe file to Ice Cube, because you can't he doesn't have a thumb drive to upload it to. He can't get it down there without one.
Yeah.
And the thing that they decide to do is to upload it to a thumb drive that the Amazon delivery guy just kind of has on hand. And then he orders it from Amazon, and the Amazon drone ships it from like the guy to Ice Cube. And the Amazon drone is like, you know, buzzing and flying through DC filled with fucking aliens. A Washington Post article at around this time, you know, during a tense shot where no one's sure if the drone has survived. You know, Ice Cube is like, "Hey, how's everything going? You know, in the outside world." And immediately on cue, 3 notifications pop up in the corner. YouTube is like, there's a live channel. Oh, geez, you know, the world's ending. Here are the aliens. On trending on Twitter, World War III or aliens or something like that. And then the Washington Post, which is owned by Jeff Bezos. So you know, I sure do love Amazon.
Okay.
But
I don't think I knew that.
yes, it's a fact that I hate knowing. Yeah, perfectly timed news updates. The aliens looked absolutely horrendous. I found out about the search program that he just inexplicably has. I'm not sure if it's just the one kid that can hack or both kids that can hack. It wasn't very clear to me at this point. Let's see. So, basically, this whole entire segment was just, hey, look at how great Amazon is. Look at how great our drones are. But there's a little spot of trouble because the drone gets flipped over by like an alien or an explosion or whatever. And all seems lost, but then they spot a homeless guy on the drone's camera, or like a survivor that's trying to, like, you know, a survivor who's trying to find a safe place to hole up or something. It's a guy in a tent, and they use like the camera, and they like right click, fucking extract cell phone number. Like they could just find this guy's cell phone number from a blurry drone footage, which is insane. They revealed his cellular number, and they offered to give him free internet for a year if he turns the drone over. And he's like, "Oh, bullshit! So you can spy on me?" And and then instead, they give him a $1,000 Amazon gift card.
Oh my god!
Yay!
Fuck
Flip
off.
the drone over, and he does it. He does it for the money, even though they sent it beforehand. They sent it, and then he did it. He really could have bargained for more.
This is real?
Everything kind of, you know, fell on his shoulders. He had all the chips in this. And
listen, he did it all for the Amazon. Amazon is literally his motivator.
It's not like a joke. That is very much what happens in the movie.
It's like David Cage. He made Beyond Two Souls to show how noble the homeless are.
I mean,
of course. So yeah, we all love Amazon, don't we? Right? Don't we?
No, Amazon TM. Amazon TM.
Yeah, there's a weird, like, you know, there's a flying through the office building, the DHS building segment, and the drone dodges Han Solo. He takes a left at Han Solo. You know, remember, you like Star Wars? Buy Star Wars toys on Amazon. But
it is the last day of Prime Day as we're currently recording.
Yeah. Make sure you get all your deals.
Really?
It is.
Hold on, I'm going to bring
your
Prime Day.
Some of the wonderful deals on Amazon TM
Prime sub on Hassan, by the way. We also love him.
Shocking.
Yeah.
So
Hassan, who is also owned by Twitch, who is owned by Amazon TM.
Yeah.
All right,
so did you already get to the part where the homeless guy gets fucking vaporized because of Ice Cube?
Did he get vaporized?
Yeah, the alien like shoots right where the homeless guy was. I've seen some videos about the movie, and every one of them has pointed out. So they just pretty much kill that homeless guy.
Yeah, they don't show it, but they the aliens very clearly attack right where the drone used to be when he first picked it up. So he likely dies.
That's amazing.
Man, I hope the $1,000 Amazon was worth it, bro. So let's see. My notes are very disorganized. If you can't tell from my long pauses.
You're good.
That's
So the the alien gets one of its fucking tentacles into the DHS building and specifically goes after Ice Cube, who is like running to the like where the main server is for the fucking oh god, what project was it? It was the Goliath,
Goliath.
project. Yes. I almost said Mammoth, which I mean I guess is kind of similar.
a
But
little bit.
yeah, so he's running to the server. He's the Amazon drone's running to catch up with them. The alien tries to intercept him. He says, "Move, bitch, get out the way!" Like the song.
Oh
The
god.
song. The song, "Move, bitch, get out the way."
Yeah, the ludicrous song.
Oh god.
Yes. Oh no, the code's different. But that's okay because he guides his daughter to look at the fucking security footage of someone inputting the new code. And she knew that it was 3 ones before the third one was pressed because she's just that good at looking at security footage.
She's the best.
I mean, at that point, this is just a mild issue, but I'm bringing it up just to be petty. I hated it. I hated this shit at this point.
You were watching it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. So for some reason, Ice Cube says dinner time. I don't know what that's about. Dinner time is said at the very least. I don't know if it's by Ice Cube. I just wrote down dinner time and forgot what context I wrote that under.
Maybe it was dinner for you.
Yeah, you just got hungry.
No, I haven't even eaten dinner
Look,
yet.
it was
Oh,
also
my lunch I just ate.
It just reminded me of Coach McGurk in home movies. Spaghetti time. Just pulled out 2 swords.
Spaghetti time.
Great fucking.
It's the remix.
So it's real down to the wire. There's like a minute left on the countdown to fucking nuke DC. Because remember, they're gonna nuke DC.
Yeah.
That really isn't given the gravity I think it deserves in the story because it's mostly just Ice Cube mogging to the camera and saying, "Oh hell no."
Yeah,
Oh,
they did that
shit.
exact same thing in Resident Evil 2 when they realized that they're nuking and Jill's like, "Ah, shit, yo,
Yo, that's bad.
yo, Carlos, we gotta get out of this bitch."
That's true. But so it's down to the wire. There's a really epic USB plug-in shot, and then the movie kind of makes it out like Ice Cube dies, but oh man, the nuke is stopped with 3 seconds left. The fighter jets that are coming in are pulling out. Oh, that's my that's oh, listen to that. That's my alarm. Check that out. That's the
shit.
Sims music. Ain't that
Oh, yeah.
crazy? Let's stop that alarm right now. My bad. So it kind of resolves a bunch of the plot lines all at once. It resolves the email where it's revealed that he actually wrote a lot more than was shown. Like 6 paragraphs just kind of mysteriously appear after he sends it. Crazy. And the folder, the zip file of fucking photos that were sent, don't lose these photos. It was a selection of like fucking CCTV creep shots of the kids.
Oh
What?
god.
Yeah.
horrifying.
Don't upload these on Tor, the dark web.
Please delete these. Please do not see. Please make sure that the police do not get
The
their hands on
FBI.
these.
Yeah.
Yeah, send these to Destiny. He'll hold on to them.
Yes. All right.
Allegedly.
And then it resolves the World War plot line where all the news outlets are saying, "Oh, these guys did such a good job saving the whole world." Ice Cube and his son, and it's like this poorly photoshopped like hooded figure, and it's like half Ice Cube's face in red and half his son's face in white,
Oh shit.
and
It's like a Star Wars like poster.
Oh, that's
It-
so weird.
it is. That's the thing, though. I will at the very least say
Yeah.
it does kind of fit for like a like a news article.
Yeah. Like it kind of one of
Like,
the shittier outlets.
Yeah, like the fucking
Sky News.
Yeah.
Washington Post.
Sky News.
New York Post.
Now, the one-
New
I
York
think the Washington Post would probably use like a stock image.
Yeah, New York Post is what you're thinking of there, Gabe.
No, I'm thinking of the
Yeah.
Washington Post.
Fair enough. Eh?
Oh yeah, we love Jeff Bezos, Amazon.com on this
Yeah.
on this show.
Get us to
Trademark.
the moon, then we'll talk.
So, everybody's talking about what a hero these guys are, including Joe Rogan, which is
Oh,
weird.
Oh, God,
They like
fuck
focused on it. It's crazy. So it's revealed that Ice Cube is alive, and now he cares about privacy and doesn't want to
Oh.
snoop around in people's Amazon shopping carts. He literally says that.
that. Oh my God.
It's a callback to earlier, and then it's revealed that he's going against the government. He says no to them in a call to for a fucking job or some shit.
Yeah.
And it's revealed that they have that his wallpaper is now that same fucking bad Photoshop. It says, except below it says "Let's disrupt shit."
Oh my
Oh,
God. Oh my
And
God.
then it's we see Ice Cube open up a folder of vacation photos where him and his family are all wearing matching Baby Shark shirts, probably ordered from Amazon with
Oh.
That's a
free
reference to
Prime
something.
2-day shipping.
That's a reference to earlier in the film. Mark pulls out a shirt with that's for like a granddaddy shark, baby shark design. It's like, this one's for you, haha. And Ice Cube just goes, uh-huh.
Well, I mean, yeah, he was right. It is. I guess it's for him. And that's the last thing. That's the last thing I took notes on. That's the last thing I thought was important. That's the last thing that I said about this this horrible 20 minutes of filth
the movie.
that I have been forced to watch.
It-
No post credits, mid credit scene. It's just like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, the credits are kind of interesting. It's just like stock footage, but it fits the theme of it fits the visual presentation of the movie, I would say.
So terrible?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it
not
matches,
good.
and I think that's nice.
It's
Okay.
It is a fascinating.
Listen.
man.
I'm at the very least gonna give the movie its flowers, where in the very specific categories where it deserves it. For example, in the Loudies this year, I think this one's going to win best compilation of Ice Cube saying mid reactions, I believe.
Real.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a good category to
That's a good one.
have. So
Let's see if Reactbot can come up with a better reaction than any really of Ice Cube's. Again, let's have a look at what he says.
What's he saying?
He looks into the camera, Reactbot, and he says, "I'm feeling really ugly today. Can someone in the comments give me a little boost?"
Yeah. Hey, give him a boost.
that is
You know,
funny.
Yeah.
I think if that were to happen, I would give Ice Cube a little boost. He deserves it. I think for having to sit through this god awful movie and also make millions of dollars on it. Fuck Ice Cube.
Yeah, fuck Ice Cube.
I mean,
I don't know if he made millions off this.
He might have made like
He did.
at
He
least
got-
6 figures. At
he
least.
got a good,
No, he got
he got a
it.
good paycheck at least. That's what I'll say.
He got a 2-year supply for free for Amazon Prime TM.
That's true. He
Ooh.
did. Yeah. He's
That's
And
not
quite
bad.
quite
down the
honestly,
road.
a lot of
That's
people
not
do
worth
that.
it.
I mean, it could be worse, I guess.
Now that we've discussed this movie,
Yeah.
it is worth pointing out, like, even if you hear us talk about it and you're like, I guess I got the best. I got the experience of watching this movie. No, you didn't.
No,
I will.
A lot
It has,
I will
it has to
say
be seen to
That
be
is
believed.
entirely correct. However,
Yeah.
don't watch this movie. It's bad.
It's
I mean, you don't need to, but it is like, if you're curious about it and you clicked on this video, a lot of the time a YouTuber will be like, oh, watch the movie and watch the blah blah blah, but it's like, this is the first one where I really think you gotta see it to believe it. It's
Not
Yeah.
even Potter's
I
Movie.
agree.
Yeah, okay, honestly.
By the way, second
Potter's-
screening's coming soon.
Actually,
by
it's
the way,
finally coming soon. It's edited.
I pointed to the camera
True.
even though it isn't on.
Pottersville
I believe
is,
him. I'm hacking into
Pottersville is
the camera right
good.
now. I see
But
it.
like this is like nothing you've ever seen as a movie before, and I mean that in a bad way. But it does stand on its own as a statement. Like no other
It is
movie
medically
I've ever
fascinating.
seen.
It is. It's like
Yes.
watching. It's like
Like
watching.
some kind of like a tumor shaped like Homer Simpson's head.
It's it's like gazing into an abyss. Like you're just like, how far does it go? How long does it go? And like you're getting like nothing from it. But like I still
The thing is with like
I still agree. It's like discovering like a new like fascinating B movie where it's like you're watching it, it's always changing, things are happening, it keeps going in like weird directions, like things are really confusing, and like by the end of it you're like, I need to take a break. And also it's like an hour long, so it's like it's an easy watch.
Yeah, it is.
I actually think that this film and Pottersville are very similar.
Yeah.
As like
You recommended
look at-
Pottersville.
look-
How can you do this to Pottersville?
I love that movie.
No.
But the thing is, like, this movie, the fact that this was made in the 2020s for at least $8 to $10 million is baffling. With Pottersville, it's like, yeah, it's like a weird, kind of cheaply made movie. This is something completely
Entirely
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's not many other movies like this that aren't Neil Breen movies.
It feels kind of like the modern day Amazing Bulk, kind of, but without any of the
Yeah.
soul or passion
kinda
that kind
does.
of went into Amazing Bulk.
Again, Amazing Bulk is like a weird, shitty, low-budget trash movie made out of like 3D stock footage. This is a
I
big
recommend watching
production by Amazon.
a video on it.
It's
Yeah,
watched
don't
it
watch
myself.
it. Watch like the IHE video about it. But
It's-
That's a good one.
it kind
But
of
this
yeah.
is- This is the
Other
exact kind of thing he would watch, though. Like, this is the kind of thing that IHE would have talked about if it came out 15 years ago.
yeah.
Maybe one day he'll do a video on it. Who knows?
He might have already.
It,
What were we
it's
gonna say,
it's
Tyler?
Possibly.
I feel like this is like shooting fish in the barrel for that one.
Oh yeah,
at this point.
absolutely, absolutely.
it-
But sometimes you
it-
gotta take an
it-
easy target.
I mean, it also like reminds me of like I don't know if you guys know it, but like this movie called Dancing, It's On. It's like it's one of the most baffling movies I've ever seen. It's like this old action movie director decided to make a dancing Romeo and Juliet, but like none of it makes any sense and everything is ADR'd and it's terrible.
Oh,
Like there's a
Oh.
montage
No
where like
idea
someone's
what
like
that is.
it's I if you
I
can
think I've
fi-
heard of it.
there's if you look at the poster, like two of the characters on it like only appear in like the last like 10 minutes of the movie. Like that's how little characters there are. And there's like I don't know if anyone will know this, but like if you this is the only thing I couldn't really pull from, but like there's a character on there who used to be like a big like B movie action star, and he was in the one of the movies that like Best of the Worst did. It was like Pocket Ninjas. Like he was like the White Dragon. Like he's supposed to be like a sensei for kids, and like he's just in that as like a rich dad, and he has like it's insane just watching this. It's like, what is going on? None of this makes sense. Nobody wants. It's one of those movies where like everybody wants to like at all the problems in the movie would stop if like people talked, but no one does, and instead they just dance, and it's just terrible dancing.
Weird.
I highly
I
recommend it.
have to watch that.
It's something like it's you have to see it to believe it, because it's like you're looking at it. It's like, what am I looking at? It's like a new life form,
Oh god.
and this is what this reminds me of. Except
lot
this is a
of-
lot shorter.
There's a lot of bad movies, obviously, but like there's not so many that are like just fascinating. I guess this one is like I don't know. It's never, no other bad movie has ever been quite like this, including other bad screen life genre movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the worst of the genre, I think.
Yep.
Objectively, yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it is the
I've
most-
seen Unfriended. I hate Unfriended. I agree, though.
It is also like the most unintentionally like funny version of it. It's again, it's like anyone can make a bad movie. Like there's significantly more bad movies made than there are good ones. But those movies that are just like there's some crazy like wrinkle in it, like someone crazy at the directing, so there's someone crazy like writing it, someone at the helm that just like kind of turns it into like warps it, and it just becomes like you're just watching and it's just unfolds itself, and it's like instead of just being bored, you're like, what what is this? It like constantly engages you, and like those are like the best types of like terrible movies, and like this is it.
I mean, I don't know about constantly engages you, but it
What?
constantly makes
Does-
you
Oh,
makes you
it's like
it does, because it's
so
like, what is going on?
ADHD.
What the fuck is
Yeah.
happening?
I mean, Bane said he almost fell asleep.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
that's
17
Bane.
minutes.
I mean, that's
Oh,
his
sure.
section.
Yeah,
Hold on,
that's
no,
fair.
I have never fallen asleep in a movie in a theater. I don't know how people can fucking do that. I don't usually fall asleep during movies. It's something bad if I fall asleep during a movie. This will make me fall asleep. So
I almost did that with Batman v Superman just because I got drunk.
No,
Okay,
Batman
that
v
would- that
Superman
would
is
do
the
that.
one where I knew people who fell asleep watching it, and they were like excited for it.
oh no.
Take that,
That's
James
kinda
Gunn.
sad.
But yeah, I mean that's War of the Worlds, right? Like,
Yeah, this movie sucks.
Yeah,
It's terrible. Watch it if you feel like watching
Amazon.
something like weird.
your movie sucks.
Oh shit!
true.
Drop
Um,
mic.
Jeff Bezos, you should burn all of your money and fucking jump into a river, bitch.
Take that,
More
Jeff
like yes.
Bezos.
Guys,
You got owned.
hey guys, it turns out today wasn't. Hey guys, turns out today wasn't a good day. Drops mic.
Oh, burned him.
Do I? I don't know if I get that.
I don't
It-
get it either.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube has a song because today was a good
Oh
day.
yeah,
Oh.
fuck.
Oh, okay.
I forgot
Yeah,
most of
I-
the lyrics to it, but obviously the chorus was "Today was a good day."
I
Yeah,
was like,
it's
what does
like-
that have to do with Jeff Bezos?
Well,
Hey guys, turns out we did use Vaseline for this one.
Oh no!
well, with that, I'm gonna bid it adieu with penis.
Penis.
Anus.
Venus.
Venice.